No! I thought I lost on time. I just myself.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
This is criminal. Oh, that was criminal!
I win. I
won! What's good, Turtle Squad? It's your boy.
Wait, huh?
I'm too good at this game.
I'm gonna win this thing.
Oh, baby!
And then, this is always the next move. Oh, he surrendered. I knew it, guys. We're geniuses.
Ready! They have this chess Reddit that's just terrible.
Oh, brilliant!
A brain move is a move that is smarter than the computer.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone, to coverage of PogChamps 5. It's day number 2. Day number 1 in the books. Yesterday, we had some really exciting matchups. We had an extremely exciting technical delay. Today, we've also had a little fair share of drama, but we're ready for a great day of chess. I'm Levy Rosman. I'm joined today by Grandmaster and chess boxing middleweight champion, Aman Hambleton. Aman, how are we doing?
Hey, Levy. It's great to be here. Yeah, it's a familiar voice on the call with me. You called my chess boxing fight, so good to be on the call with you now as well in the booth. I'm excited for day 2 of PogChamps, Levy. I mean, if it's anything like day 1, I think that's what PogChamps is all about. Little disconnection issues there, little problems here and there. I mean, what would it be without our fair share of drama?
Yeah, we already got off to a good start. Some of you may have shown up about an hour ago for the matchup XQC versus Squeak. Some technical difficulties have prevented that match from happening this time. Not on Chess.com's end, but we still have a whole broadcast ahead. So listen, knock on wood, everything stays good. Let's remind everybody of the event format and what we're doing, what this is all about. 4 groups, 4 players each, which means 16 players. Today we're only going to be seeing 4 of them, but more on that later. The top 2 from every group advances to a championship bracket. Bottom 2 go to a consolation bracket. Nobody gets knocked out in the group stage. And actually, this is the first PogChamps that will be hosted live. The finals will be hosted live in Los Angeles on August the 18th. Aman.
That is sick, by the way.
Yeah.
Can I just say, like, a live finals? I actually read that, Levy, in the rules ahead of time, and I was like, nah, they must have typed something wrong. But that sounds hype, so I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be playing on computers. I don't know if they're going to be playing face-to-face over the board, but I'm assuming there will be a computer in between them. Just a friendly reminder, this is what our groups look like. Group A, at the top right now, we've got CDawg, Gastly on top of Group B. Yesterday, Group C got underway with just one matchup, and today that will not make any further progress because the XQC Squeaks match has been postponed. And Group D is on strike. They have not played at all. They are not playing today. I really hope they're playing tomorrow. Aman, which of these groups sticks out to you?
Well, Levy, Group D really sticks out to me. There's so much happening. I mean, 4-way tie for first over in Group D, so riveting stuff over there. But in other news, I'm also, of course, focused on the matches that we have today because these matches will change and will shake up the groups that they're in. We obviously have, CDawg, who's a guy that's been on the Chess Bra channel before, so familiar with him myself. And what about you, Levy? These names household to you?
Well, yesterday, I actually 3 of these people are coming back to play who played yesterday in day 1. We've got three individuals who played day 1 and day 2. We got a whole group that can't even get underway. I don't know what's going on there. Some contract hold-ups or something. We know in the UFC sometimes the champs never fight or something like that.
That's right.
CDawg got off to a good start yesterday. So did Jarvis, although he did lose his match against Frank. So I'm excited for that one. The main event, though, Ghastly Sapnap. That's going to be a barn burner. They're very evenly matched. They're both around 700-800. Sapnap, I know personally, he really, really, really wants to win this event. So does Ghastly probably, right? And also he does music, and you all love music over there. So that's a collab we got to see.
I know. Like I was looking into this, and I was learning that there was going to be a DJ competing. I said, okay, I'm already gonna have my my bias in my right pocket there. So hope he does well. I'll just go ahead and say it. But that's really cool to see him competing in here, Levy.
Yeah, apparently he's had like a really quick ramp up, you know. So now you got a chess and a DJ. He does the chess and the DJing. So does Andrea Botes, my co-host yesterday. So yeah, you could do a collab with both or one. No pressure whatsoever.
I enjoyed seeing you two yesterday, Levy. I'm just gonna say I watched the show. You guys, always a great dynamic between you two.
Yeah, it's like crazy little cousin energy, you know. We talked about everything yesterday, from chess to my lack of sparring to Andrea's ex-boyfriends. That was somewhere in the middle there.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do that on today's show or if we're gonna focus on the players. But here's a player card for you because CDawg is going to play Jarvis, so we're gonna throw that up on the screen. CDawg is a YouTuber, a podcaster, a voice actor. In fact, he had his very first, like very, very big, I think, voice acting role recently. He was in the video game Honkai Star Rail, which was really cool. He won the best philanthropic stream event in 2023 at the Streamer Awards, and he did it again this year when he cycled across Japan. He is 0-1 in slap chess. Wait, is he? Didn't he win? Am I going insane? Did he lose against Ludwig?
I thought, now, the Ludwig one, I thought that was just, honestly, it was just like slap boxing. There was no chess involved, unless I missed the chess part. So maybe they had a private match where he lost some chess.
Yeah, was it a sanctioned bout? Like, are you 1-0 in real chess boxing? Is that your record now?
I'd like to say yes on my behalf. So yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll give that match a sanction as well.
And shout out to him. He's watching us right now. We can't hear him, but he's definitely watching us and he's reacting. And now
we're reacting to the...
Wow, that was like a hall of mirrors there. That was cool. And his opponent is Jarvis. We saw Jarvis play yesterday, at least I did. I don't know if people in the chat had an opportunity to. Jarvis yesterday played his first games of chess against a human being in 17 years, apparently. He is a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer. He's got over 600 million views. He's a 3-time Streaming Awards commentary nominee. And yeah, Aman, I don't know if you had a chance to look at his games yesterday, but not bad for a guy that hasn't played in nearly 2 decades.
I was going to make the same comment. Shout out to Jarvis because, you know, he came in here. Maybe the expectations he set for himself weren't too high. I thought he showed up and showed out. I'm really excited to see how he plays today. But look at him. He's a gamer, man. He's there. He's got the headphones on. He's ready to play, Levy. I think he's out for blood today.
He is. And you know, I got to tell you, I feel extremely like diminished right now because there are 3 people out of 4 that have been involved in combat with another human. CDawg the slapping, you chess boxed. I mean, it was kind of a chess box. It was like 15 seconds. You know, you got it done. But Jarvis also was in Creator Clash.
Right.
So I gotta fight somebody, man. This is
yeah. I was gonna say there seems to be someone left out here, Levy. So yeah, this might turn into another stream just like yesterday, where we're like, Levy, where's the sparring, man?
Speaking of, would you? I don't know if you've commented on this. Would you do a Creator Clash? Would you do like a pure boxing in the future? So
the Creator Clash, I was gonna say, is pure boxing. Even chess boxing, I've commented on before, and I don't even think I would chess box again. It took a lot out of me just to set time aside. I took it pretty seriously. So I don't know if it's something for me again, but I would 100% get involved in a production, like from a commentary role or something. I mean, look at me. I belong in a booth, Levy. I'm done. I'm done.
Were you in the best shape of your life when all of that was said and done?
I don't think so, because I had to gain 15 pounds, and I promise you, it was not all muscle. There's no way. There was a little bit of dirty bulking going on there, so I cannot say that's the case.
I remember those McDonald's runs, you know, like I remember you were like, I'm just now.
Existed.
But listen, he had to cut weight, and it was not a long fight. I don't know if Jarvis is gonna fight again. I don't know if CDawg. Yesterday we convinced CDawg to again, but
slap again.
Yeah, slap again. Oh, and they're getting started, so let's tell you about their match. We told you about the event.
Right.
Yeah, we can talk about all this, you know. It's a best of 2. They play 2 rapid games, you know, hopefully, pending any technical issues. Those are 10 minutes and 5-second bonus per move. And the way you win is you have to win and draw, or you have to win 2 games. And that's how you win a best of 2. If it's 1-1, we play a tiebreak. And the tiebreak is a whole separate slide that we don't need to talk about right. It's very convoluted. But
we're not even bringing it up. We trust one of them to win.
Yeah. We haven't had a tiebreak yet. We've been close, but we've gotten out of here within 2 games. And yesterday, CDawg made quick work of Sykkuno, but he also was an 1,176 point favorite or something like that, like 1,076 points. So
yeah, that's like not his rating. That's the margin that he was better than the other.
Yeah. Although Sykkuno did overperform. Knight f3, knight c6 on the board. And we're going to get this. CDawg loves himself a little bit of the Italian.
I mean, they say study your classics, you know, the top grandmasters in the world. But you seem to have studied your classics for PogChamps. You know these guys' repertoire.
I just saw CDawg play a game with White yesterday. in fact, he lost his pawn yesterday. Sykkuno hit him with the Petrov, which I don't think either knew that it was called that. But
that's right.
Then we had knight takes e4. Do you think CDawg with this 1148 is going to go for a little fried liver on knight f6?
I feel like he might be at that rating where he knows that it might not be, a killer move. But given the nature of this event, PogChamps, knight g5 is a PogChamps move, Levy. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Well, he seems to like the 4 knights.
It's almost like he's too good for his own good. If he was like not that good, then he would go knight g5, right?
Yeah, you start going up in level, and you start realizing like my Anglin Gambit doesn't work. Well, actually, in your case, you drew a GM. So it was that game was a draw, right? Or did you lose that game?
It was a draw, as in I earned a draw, but the final result was a loss. So,
but it was like 130 moves. You played it live at a tournament.
It was like 130 moves. I sacked my queen in real life at a real tournament against a GM, a serious tournament game. But I did emerge with still 0 points. So scoreboard don't lie.
Scoreboard don't lie, but like enough time will go by that I'll just keep saying it was a draw, and we'll just
if you keep perpetuating that, thank you.
I honestly thought it was a draw. Then as I was saying it, I was like maybe not. In any case, like you get to a level, people start telling you have to stop playing gambits, you have to stop playing certain things because it's not going to work. Knight g5 now is no longer really a cheese; it's just a good move because there's no way to guard that.
Yeah, now you're basically playing the fried liver, but you've got an extra piece developed. This is a fried liver on steroids if he wants to go for it, but no, he's gonna. Oh, I mean, he's playing great chess, right? He's taking the center. You can never fault people for that.
No, absolutely not. I like that he even postponed castling. Interesting that he's completely. I don't know if it's oblivious or you're right. Like maybe he's just stopping himself because he's like, oh, that never works. But that's why Black had to go here because he would be able to castle. But this is a fantastic move, and I'm still so stunned. But this is also a good move. I'm stunned. Jarvis is basically an unrated player that doesn't play chess. I mean,
yeah, Chess.com rating, we have no idea. Full question mark.
Yep.
And if you just looked at this game, almost like a guess the elo. I know you've done quite a few of those, Levy, but if you just looked at this game, there's no way that you would make that guess based on the moves and even the games that he played yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, we have a little bit to work with, right? Which is the move pawn here. And if we go back, developing the bishop is better than blocking in your piece. But, I mean, the game is not won and lost in the first 4 moves. Well, for some of the chat members it is, but...
that's right.
That's life. But we'll see if CDawg does something with this pawn, because you're very tempted when the bishop comes here to deal with it. But that would be a huge mistake. After takes, you would simply lose the pawn, whether you take with the pawn or the queen. So if he goes here or here... he's sharp, and it's morning over there in Japan, so he should be.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's for someone like Jarvis who's quite new, he's actually left the tension. So the pawn went to d4 and he didn't capture it. I'm already impressed. Like that's kind of just in itself an advanced concept.
Yeah, a lot of beginners go, "Oh, I could take that."
Right.
And like there's no further thought. It's just I could take it. And by the way, Connor, he did play d5. So a sure sign of a beginner now would be to venture out to the edge just because you can. This is whoa.
Wow. I did not expect that.
Yeah, and I think the eval bar is asleep because that is not that's not the best move there. Bishop takes.
Levy, there's a different eval bar for the PogChamps event. I thought did Chess.com not tell you? It's just always equal.
Yeah, I clicked a different tab and now analysis is on, and yeah, we see that just a move ago it was actually even if Jarvis had jumped into the center, but he was like the knight and the bishop are worth the same. The problem is the bishop is no longer hanging. Oh,
oof. Now this is the thing, and he's got that look on his face. He knows what he did. Hands on the face. Ouch.
Oh, it goes from bad to worse. Yeah, it was good. He had to move the knight. Yeah, he just miscalculated. When he played the move b5, he probably thought he takes my knight, I take his bishop. But
that's right.
Then you got to go, well, what if he doesn't, right? What if he does something differently? And,
and I feel like if this was Gastly Elo and you played Gastly Elo right after pawn to d5, my guess could be so astronomically wrong, right? Because the very next two moves give maybe a much different picture.
Yeah, once you see b5, you kind of go, like, up to d5, solid little 1200 chess, but he had to keep it simple. He just had to move his knight. Unfortunately, it just went from bad to worse, and in the span of 3 moves, we've lost the pawn, we've lost the knight. And the most disrespectful thing about this position is that I think you know what I'm about to say.
Oh, tell him, Levy, tell him.
You shouldn't take the queen. Apparently, queen to this diagonal threatening a checkmate is a higher evaluation point than taking the queen, but naturally CDawg takes the queen. And
what an absolute amateur, Levy. I mean, this just goes to show why he's out there. I mean, obviously poking some fun when the eval bar actually legitimately does recommend not taking the queen. I guess that's how good his position is.
Yeah, let's take a look at CDawg's stream, see how he's feeling.
He must be
not indicative of how he plays. We can't go easy on our opponent. We still need to win. We can still blunder. Lord knows we've done it many a time. Let's play smart about this here.
He's very respectful, even in victory.
Yeah, that was a really good thing he just said as well. He's like, don't go easy, and we've definitely blundered before, so take your time, and we'll do the right attitude.
Let's look for an opening here. Expanding the pawns is never a bad shout. Domain expansion with the pawns. I'm also down to just trade here, because I think it's worthwhile.
Great technique. That's probably that right there, Levy, is like one of the best takeaways. He said it, so I don't even have to really bring it up, but when you're ahead, especially this much material, pretty much any equal value pieces that you take off the board will benefit you.
Yeah, I mean, black has 4 pieces, right? So now he's got 3. He's got a bunch of pawns too, but they ain't scaring anybody. So very nice move. I think his next move is going to be castling. He'll probably castle because he's going to stay poised and patient. And at some point, he's either going to go for that pawn expansion as he talked about, or he's going to realize how well his pieces work together. His queen needs really like no access. I mean, for example, nice question for beginners here is how do you get your queen to b3 in 2 moves? And they're all going to be like, I don't know, it's not possible. But you move your knight, right? You go here. And by the way, I said you
and CDawg are definitely on the same page right now.
Yeah, just castles, and it's tough for black. I mean, it really is. Probably launch some pawns, but see now the bishop loses the guard.
Well, the pawns have been launched. We can say that.
Yeah.
There they go.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Levy, I might already be putting my eggs in the stalemate basket. Like, I might be calling it early and saying, you know what? We're going to jettison the rest of the pieces, take everything, and I'm already going for stalemate, not even like 15 moves into the game.
Yes. With black here, you just got to get rid of all these pawns. The problem is you can't even move a couple of them. I mean, that's not so bad when it comes to stalemate, but how do you get rid of the outside pawns? You just fire them down the board, and then where's your king going, right? If it's just Operation Stalemate.
It's a lot. It's tough. Yeah, no, you can't. At this point, there's not really anything Jarvis can do himself. It's more like CDawg has to you mess this up with some of the biggest blunders this event will ever see.
Yes, it would be far more impressive if CDawg stalemated than if Jarvis got stalemated.
Right.
Let's put
we
it
just
this way.
hand him the award right there. But I am always of the belief, and in this tournament especially, that you just don't resign, Levy. I don't care how painful it is. We've seen crazy happen.
Yep. Right now, by the way, you could just gobble. One of the best things to do once you start taking a few pawns with the queen, you can always sack it for a rook. In a perfect world, you give it up for both if you can take two. But, you know.
Man, I want that zoom back. You see, we just got like the eye of Sauron. Like it just went right up to the camera.
No.
That was, it just looked right into his soul.
I didn't see. I was looking for the fastest forced stalemate on the board. So, unfortunately.
Well, keep us updated with your findings there.
Yeah, unfortunately there's no there's nothing mathematical here. I think he's just gonna eat a few pawns and speak with a silky smooth voice into his microphone about how you can't take the opponent lightly. I'm really looking forward to his third matchup against Frank, because that I think will be a good challenge, or maybe not. Maybe he's just very clearly the favorite for a while until he faces another 1000 or something like that.
Right. But, you know, I have to say that Jarvis just kind of imploded this game. So it started out so well for him. So you can tell he's got the fundamentals, like the foundation is there, but then just tactically speaking and like maybe the value of the pieces is not firmly established for him yet.
That is true. The good news is he's getting rid of one of his mobile pawns.
There we go.
All right, so the C pawn can move. So if he takes, and then neither of these pawns will go anywhere. Yeah, but he's fighting. But yeah, I mean, even this deep into the game, CDawg doesn't even take a pawn with check, right? He just
measured approach, rook d1. You know. Oof. Well, there we go. There's an attack. There's a threat.
Yep,
Levy. You know, all you need is a chip and a chair.
Yeah. And if queen here, you lose the queen, and you're still completely winning with white, but at least the other...
Yeah, that's how good the position is.
Yeah, you could lose your queen and your knight and be winning. You could probably lose a queen and a rook and be winning. I don't know about both rooks, but yeah, queen comes back. And okay, we're getting aggro.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I mean, if black is doing anything, it's got to be on the G file, probably towards the king. You know, like both rooks slide to the G file. Would be probably the only semblance of a threat for the rest of the game, I would say.
Yeah, there's one more semblance of a threat, and it's the fact that CDawg could just start spectating his position for prolonged periods of time.
That's right.
And run out of time?
Mm-hmm.
He has 4.5 minutes remaining. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's always a question, like, how do these players handle true time pressure? Like, when the 30-second remaining panic starts to set in, because you can really make some moves that you didn't even know you were capable of.
Oh yeah, or the lack thereof. You just lose on time and you don't even realize how that happened.
Right.
This is really wild. There's 2 pawns that CDawg can take, and he offers a third one for capture. This is maximum tension right here. I mean, everything can take everything, but nobody's taking anybody.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to ask the question. Okay, he answered it for me, so that's good. I was about to say, do we know that pawns can capture diagonally?
Yes.
Because I just haven't seen it yet. That's all I'm going to say.
Listen,
I haven't seen it.
I'm going to go back to B5. That B5 move definitely came out of somewhere, right? I mean, we definitely know.
Right.
But for some reason, yeah, they wanted to keep the tension there for a minute. The fastest way, a lot of you are seeing M16. Or that's not the British intelligence agency. That is in fact a forced checkmate that can occur if you take here, because the king would have to come out. I don't think CDawg sees it, but the good news is he doesn't have to.
Yeah, he really doesn't. He might just find it accidentally.
Yeah, like, you know, like take here, some queen b3 to cut off the escape. The checkmate might also not be a forced sequence of moves, but rather just laying like a trap so the king can't actually escape. But we'll see.
He seems to have a pretty good grip on the position, though. CDawg, like, He's not, vulnerable. His king's not vulnerable to back rank checkmate. His pieces are all kind of defending one another, centralized. So I think he's converting this really well, honestly.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. This is very, very good technique, and it's tough when you get hit early with a tactic, right? Or you make a mistake early, and I mean, he's just playing it so clean. He's just removing the pieces. I mean,
we got the big cam again. We got the zoom cam again.
Yeah, I saw that. Something
you saw it this time, right?
Yeah, is he doing that? Are we doing that? Who's doing that?
I think he might be. I like it though. It's like when he's thinking, he zooms in on himself. It's good.
Very dramatic.
Exactly.
He could just take that, by the way. He's got 3 pieces stacked up, and yeah, black is left with his 2 most difficult pawns to mobilize. So he can't get a stalemate. It's not that simple. A stalemate here would be so badass for black. That would be
Yep.
But
look, even if it looks hopeless, I will say, and I offer this advice to a lot of people, just move the pawns anyway. You're right, you'll probably get mated, but hey, at this point, if you're black, play your remaining 2 pawns and just move them as far as they'll go, because that's your only hope of a draw. Is that you just run yourself out of moves and then get your king stalemated. So may as well.
I have seen so many noob games that a player just pushes this pawn intermittently. Oh, and by the way, he has made a blunder. King takes rook.
Yeah, that's right.
The pawn runs and then takes and becomes a queen. This pawn can't. This pawn can. You push it in a sneaky way, Good. Oh, and it's on the board.
There we go. Yeah. 3 minutes as well. So the first sign that he's human, it's CDawg. He bleeds like the rest of us.
CDawg lost 10 points of accuracy for the move knight takes d6. He was firing at 88%, nearly 89, and now he's down to 79. Brutal. It's like you didn't submit 1 assignment, and your grade just goes down 10%.
Yeah, that's it's a little unforgiving, but the thing is, he's still so completely winning, as you highlighted. The entire white queen could disappear from the board, and white might still be winning.
I thought everybody could disappear. The queen, the knight, you just maybe not against the rook, but okay, this is given a big, giant orange question mark by the analysis for.
That's crazy.
you know why
That's so disrespectful to knight f5.
Well,
it's a perfectly good move, Levy. What the hell is this nonsense?
Well, you see, knight c4 is made in 34. You understand?
Oh,
and knight e8, to cover a couple more squares and threaten knight f6. It's actually mate in 14. So, yeah.
Oh, understood. Yeah. That's obvious now that you mention it.
Yeah, and now this is mate in 5. Oh, the skewer.
Oh, he won material. He's total amateur. He missed the mate in 5.
Brutal. I'm shocked that one didn't get a question mark. Yeah, clean. Very nice. Yeah. Knight f5 was only plus 47 according to the.
Hey, move those pawns. Move those pawns. Yep. A5, H5. This is your moment, because I think that CDawg is not going to be able to there's some mates potentially coming, but I was going to say, with the king in the middle, Levy, it is hard to just generate a checkmate. So give those pawns up.
Yeah, and CDawg is making a very common mistake, by the way. If he takes that other pawn, okay, he's not taking the pawn anymore. He's going to try to get a ladder. You want to get to a situation where you can laterally cut off the king, and you don't want the king to get tangled in between your pieces. So there we see that. Oh, that's very smart.
Nice. Good stuff.
Another way is to play king h4, by the way.
Yeah, I like what he's doing. You got to give Jarvis some credit here. He's being as tricky as possible.
Yeah, unfortunately, his pawn still has a legal move, but he could get checked in front of the pawn. Oh!
Let's see from his perspective.
Let's create the ladder, boys.
Oh, he knows about the ladder. He's climbing the rungs.
Yeah, clean.
Super clean. Oh. Pre-move.
Pre-moved and everything, and yeah, with the queens, it's vicious. Wow. Smooth.
GG.
So smooth. Really well
GG,
done.
well played. Wow, one big fuck up there. It's not even. They didn't even list it as a blunder.
That sounds like the Chess.com, review at the end of the game.
We're chilling.
I think it's written exactly like that.
That was a big fuck up though on my part, eh?
Yeah, that's what it tells
I'd
you
like to have a look at
verbatim. It was a big.
It says that exact thing.
Yes. I don't know if we're allowed to curse, but they can curse.
Yeah, that's right.
We might get in trouble. After one, it's CDawg leading 1-0, undefeated thus far in PogChamps 5. Nothing too crazy. He has played 3 games and he's won them all. Actually, a lot of players are undefeated. They just also haven't played a game. But a good start for him. Were you impressed by his technique?
Yeah, it really has to be said that, okay, you might be a favorite in your match, your opponent might blunder, but even still, the fact is, the only real mistake that I saw was him dropping his rook. Otherwise, he was tactically sharp. He took every piece of material. He seemed to keep all his pieces defended, nice and safe. It was never in doubt. Even his mistake never put the game in doubt. So it was a really clean victory start to finish, and that's a hard thing to do in chess, is to just have a game where, honestly, the result never seemed in doubt.
Right. On the flip side, he was given it after move 4 or 5 with the move b5. Like that, that's some blunders are not the same as others. Sometimes you make some sort of mistake, and it's, nothing special. But sometimes, it could be really, really bad, and in that case, it was. And we've got game 2 coming up, so they're going to flip colors. Jarvis is going to play with the white pieces, and CDawg will be black. Mm-hmm. And all he has to do is not lose. He can make a draw in this game, and he will be 2-0 in the group stage.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some gamesmanship. He might start the game and offer a draw.
Can you even do that? I wonder if you can. I think we're checking in on him, seeing what opening he's going to choose.
Hit the draw button. Do it, CDawg.
Or maybe we are. Maybe not there. I thought maybe we were going to hear his audio, but he chooses.
We can't give it away. These are important thoughts.
Yes, it's early in the game, and the thought I had yesterday was: is Jarvis playing a Vienna, or is he just developing knights? Like this was my big question. Does he know the Vienna opening?
You know what? Let's give my boy Jarvis the benefit of the doubt here. Absolutely, he knows the Vienna, Levy. All right, don't doubt him for a second.
This is the Vienna Jarvis variation. I mean, maybe he was going for those Sicilians with knight c3 and bishop b5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a fun one. It's a fun Sicilian. Well, maybe he's doing that, but just, against e5. That's might be his thing. I accidentally turned on autoplay. There we go.
We get to relive this important opening moment.
Jarvis is definitely solid in the opening. He just needs to not use the flanks, right? Like he's got to be more center oriented.
Yeah.
He's got to build good habits, if you will.
Man after my heart. That's right. Build good habits, which means knights out. So for example, knight f3 would be super common move. The other thing that I usually recommend when you're just kind of unsure at the beginning is just if there's something that you can take and it's equal value, keep it simple and take it. So bishop takes knight would be a nice normal move here as well. And yeah, getting castled as soon as possible is another really good opening habit. So your king's not in the middle. Remember last game, Levy, it was his king in the middle of the board, which was one of the reasons he lost so many material points.
Yeah, he played d3, he never castled, and then he played b4. And yeah, just in general, a move like pawn to b4 here, just the first thing that has to go through your head is, and some beginners just don't realize this, when you are attacking certain pieces, the piece can see you too.
It's not like a sniper.
Can see each other.
That's right.
Not like a sniper. Like from the other side of the board, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a situation where it's like a sniper who's looking at a target and the target can't see the sniper. It's not like that. It's you're looking at each other dead in the eyes after the move b4. So it's a little awkward.
For example, the pawn on f2 right now is just enjoying life, but the bishop there is perched on a mountaintop going, I will destroy you, given any opportunity. And yet this is a bit disrespectful from CDawg.
Yeah, this is, I'd like to see Jarvis. I have a feeling he might just go for the move d3, but knight d5, Levy, just getting into the middle of the board, attacking that queen would be a nice punishment for CDawg's, I would say, overzealous queen f6.
Castles. You ain't never getting mated. Now the pawn on f2, despite not seeing the bishop on c5, is very well fortified.
Great move.
By the way, little danger levels, knight d5. The bishop is worth much less than the queen. But I do think that Jarvis is going to take the knight. Although it also is a very common beginner thing to be like, why did I actually go out there and then just come back?
Yeah, that's right.
Not realizing could have just gone there in the first place. So, we did here to maybe take, but.
Yeah, taking, it sounds like an obvious concept, but after you take something, it's your turn again, which is a nice thing to remember. So he takes, and now actually with queen takes back levy, you're highlighting maybe some tic-tacs.
Yeah. Okay, d4 is not a bad move, but knight takes pawn. Knight takes pawn, always a common blind spot for beginners. I mean, CDawg himself made a mistake yesterday in his game against Saikuno. He lost the pawn in the center, like on the first or second move. But there's nothing wrong with d4. I mean, no. I don't hate it.
No, it's a good. You'll notice, guys, that the eval bar is actually still in White's favor. So this move is a good move. It's just it missed an opportunity to have an overwhelming advantage.
Let's check in on Jarvis. He does not stream his games, I don't think, although he might be today. I'm not sure actually, but let's see what he's got to say, if anything.
He's focused, right?
Yeah, he is focused.
Bishop moves back. That's good for me, right?
Hell yeah. Oh, sorry.
I felt like he was speaking to me too.
Let's not make a blunder here, because obviously
always a great strat.
I can push this pawn up, and it moves the queen away, which seems good. This seems good, right?
Can't hate on this. Like, this logic is, I like it. Like he's making sense. He's not getting credit from the computer here, but he's making sense to me.
Yeah, he's not unfortunately getting credit because it's considering it a miss. It's giving it a big red X. But red X doesn't mean bad. It's not like in Family Feud. It just means you had something better and your position is, well, potentially it could be bad, but in this case it's not. He could have taken the pawn. That's what he could have done. But now the pawn no longer attacks the pawn, and the knight can attack the pawn, but the queen can fed it. None of that really matters because CDawg just hates this pawn.
He hates it. Yeah. No, it's been hanging almost the last 4 moves or so.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could see as soon as he played queen takes c6, he was giving up that pawn. He didn't care.
Oh, and it's been taken, by the way. And now CDawg could accidentally hang a queen. I mean, there are mine squares all over here.
Very easy to do. Queen f6 is a square he's been to before, so he might remember it as like a familiar, safe spot. And it wouldn't be a bad move. So from his perspective, I think that's hopefully where he's going to land on. Yeah.
And there it is, yeah. Now, very difficult psychologically, but sometimes going back to the exact same square you came from is the best move.
Yep.
But listen, as long as Jarvis doesn't make a forward knight move, he's fine. Literally any retreating knight move is good.
Now, that's you boldly assuming that he's going to move his knight. There's a world of options in front of Jarvis here. Pawn, bishop, queen. Yeah, lots and lots of opportunities to play a good move, but also to blunder.
Yeah. I'm terrified. He might go bishop here and defend the knight, but lose the bishop.
That's honestly, that's kind of what I was thinking, because it develops another piece and defends the current one, so it feels like a good move. But you're right. Yeah, it does hang a bishop. Somehow that feels I want to jinx him.
You know what he did last game? He saw the knight hanging, and then he was like, I'm going to counterattack. He might go d6. I really hope he learned from the last game. And, oh, there it is.
Okay.
Defense.
Now, another big test here will be the move pawn to d6, because as you mentioned, it's tough to bring the knight back to, let's say, the square you just moved it from. It just came from f3. You might feel like, oh, that's a waste of time, or like, I don't want to do that. He's going to have to notice this pin, Levy.
Yeah, I'd really like to check in on his thought process before he makes a move. He might be really like upset here because he thinks he's an underdog, Jarvis, and Jarvis might also just be defeated at this point mentally, like, oh, I messed up, and then he's just gonna make a move and lose something. So, I would love to check in on him.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's still talking.
An easy move, backwards knight move, and the only one on the board. With that knight that was sufficient. Yeah, traded queens would be good. He is up 1 pawn here. So hopefully Jarvis starts to realize, like, wait a minute, I might be the underdog against this guy, but look at the board. Just count him up. I got 1 extra, so I have to be ahead. Hopefully that gives him some confidence.
Whoa. This is a wild game. Just a huge, immediate question mark. Like, but... But the reason for that is because of en passant. Now, I've wanted to check in on Jarvis to see, not CDawg, to see if he does it. We don't even have to. Wow.
That is impressive.
Oh,
look
goodness.
At the confident sip as well.
That's the first en passant in PogChamps 5 right there.
Now that's a hype moment right there.
He didn't even hesitate. He spent like almost no time on that move. Look at that. And that was the best move.
Well, it is forced, after all. So,
but they don't know that, right? And so
I figured that he didn't, but proven wrong and happy to be by Jarvis.
All right, we're now going to check in on Jarvis, see how he's going to make progress in the position.
I feel like this queen trade needs to happen, or else I'm going to do something stupid. Because if I push here, and then he takes it with the pawn.
I think he's looking at e5.
Is this a dumb move? Let's find out.
Levy, I like the thought process from Jarvis. It might be like a really sort of simplified
and then I take with
process,
the knight,
but I like it. It's well reasoned.
Yeah, I like it too. But I thought he started that thought with, I have to trade queens or I'm going to do something stupid. Is that what he said? Then he didn't.
Yeah, he's like, I have to get this queen trade or I might do something stupid. And then he said, what about this other move? He said, it could be a huge blunder. And then he said, let's find out. Full send. It's just...
But that is how you have to play. I would never recommend, and there's a lot of things going on right now. C5 to try to attack here is just ridiculous. I mean, Black is in no position to call the shots, right? He hasn't moved 5 of the 7 pieces from their starting squares.
Yeah, that's a great point. When you think about like, oh, what a great move as well. Queen D5. He's castled. Like, this is a model game from Jarvis, and I think the position is going to start to catch up to CDawg. He can't keep just making these one-move attacks on the queen and expect that Jarvis is just going to blunder.
Yep. Oh, speaking of which, you literally just said that. He can't keep making these one-move attacks.
No.
He's completely missed the rook.
No, he's completely blindsided. Like, Levy, he's just on a mission to attack that queen. This is Jarvis's moment to wrap up this game if he takes that rook.
He just played the queen up, and he's done it.
Nice move.
Wow.
Oof.
Incredible stuff. And it's nearly mate. It's nearly a mate.
He's lucky it's not, actually. And he gets out of it with bishop to d8. And make sure, Jarvis, pay attention. That knight on e5 is hanging. Don't get ahead of yourself. He's played a great game so far. And he put it away.
It's so tough here, right? Because you've got 2 modes now with white. Chop all the pieces off the board. Win the endgame.
What book is he reading right now? We need a close-up or something. What does that say?
By the way, so he just played the best move again. Now if you take the knight, it's mate because the queen doesn't guard the bishop.
Oh, the book it's called Beat Depression Now. That's the title of the book. He just pulled out Beat Depression Now, started reading it, and honestly, after Rook D1, you might have to read a little faster.
Oh my goodness. By the way, why does he have that book so close to him? I hope he's doing all right.
Is he reading it anyway?
I CDawg, listen, if you ever need any of you watching this right now, help is there, You just gotta reach out.
Chess is tough, you know. We understand.
By the way, yeah, this is one of the worst activities to do if you're suffering from. I mean, my goodness, it'll just get you more. Rook d1 is ridiculous, and the worst part of this is knight to e7 trying to castle checkmates you even faster. So,
oh my god,
CDawg has to go here, but he is completely lost. Wow, and he's played it.
That's a fantastic move from CDawg. He's definitely, you know, nearly dead to rights here, but he is keeping the game going. And Jarvis so far has, I mean, really, he's had a few misses, Levy, but he's had no big mistakes, no blunders. So this is a great game from Jarvis, but so hard to play a full game with no mistakes.
That's exactly right. And before he had played Rook d1, which was just insane, and we see CDawg just
he's reading up.
Yeah, we can't even see his face anymore. I mean, he's just
he's playing a different game right now.
How do we know there's no chess moves in there? Isn't this a fair play violation? Would we ever let a grandmaster read a book on stream? I mean, on a event? How do we know there's no chess moves in that book?
Honestly, knight d5 was just played. There could be chess moves in that book, and I still think Jarvis would be making a push here.
Yeah, we've got to bring the board back because Jarvis got a little bit. I mean,
ahead of himself.
Yeah, and now queen takes knight is a clean knight. The advantage has halved from 14 to 7. Make no mistake, 7 is that's a good number. Yeah, it's a good number.
Solid number.
But after that, it's going to be a struggle, and he needed to play queen c6 check. There was a couple of lines here where black's king could have gotten checkmated, like on the d8 square, for example, because the pin.
Wow.
Right, there was so good advice for beginners is in a position like this, hunt the king. Don't hunt the queen, hunt the king. Try to make the king uncomfortable. But will CDawg find knight d5, or is he too busy doing his
is he still reading?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's found it. And Amon, I'm really worried because knight c7 is a very natural follow-up to that move, and you might just lose both knights.
That's right. Talking about the world of reasonable moves here, bishop from c1, either capturing the knight or moving out to f4 look like some pretty nice options for Jarvis. The other reason I like bringing that bishop out is I'm a little scared if that rook on d1 has to move for some reason, maybe to recapture on d5, that he will get back rank mated. So I'm holding my breath he doesn't get like queen e1 checkmate.
Oh, that's so brutal. You're right. Okay, but f4 is a nice move. I don't hate this move. The top computer move here is to give the queen away. Oh my god, do you realize why f4 is so strong? No, I don't have to ask you. It's because...
No, I actually need the explanation.
All right, well, let's do it. It's because the queen can't actually guard the bishop on d8 anymore.
It's unbelievable.
So anywhere the queen moves, it could be lost. Queen f5, there's like various discovered attacks. For example, knight e3, there is back to f6. So you would have to play queen c6 first. Yeah, queen f5 is the best. But for example, queen e4, the discovered check and you win the queen. That's, I mean...
And one tough move might be queen down to e2. But it looks like queen e2, maybe knight c3. Kind of insane.
Oh, that's...
Typical Jarvis move. He's probably already worked it out.
Well, we see queen f5. Yeah, queen c6 now would be fantastic. That could actually end the game pretty quickly. But if Jarvis finds something else, I mean, I don't know. The worst thing that could happen here is black castling. Although then there's a nice little queen takes d8 for the boys.
Oh yeah, that's Jarvis is thinking about that one right now, Levy. Yep, you're calling it exactly as he would play it.
He'll pick the queen up. Nice little end game transition here. We're just gonna clear all the pieces off and win this.
Oh, this is trademark Jarvis.
Yeah, Jarvis, nice and quietly. Oh, he's played knight c7. Does he realize how good it is?
Or is this potentially going to get him in more trouble than not? Because you know what I mean? This could be good, but it could be bad. It is a great move, though.
Yep. I know what you mean. I don't know if he saw that he was pinning there and he was in good shape. He might just start taking all the pieces. But if he gets his bishop off the back rank, I don't know. I don't know how he's going to lose, but it will probably be at the hands of some discover check.
Because now also we're starting to get to that territory where the time is it's almost like a piece. It's almost like the clock is on the board because it matters. You could be down material the way that CDawg is, but stay up on time, and just the pressure of having to play quickly is certainly worth some amount of material.
Absolutely right. Oh, yeah. Wow. They're both. Oh, my goodness. That's actually a genius move because if you take the knight, he's going to lose the rook. But then CDawg's getting the pieces over here, and I don't like that anymore.
Yeah, but you know what? CDawg might be too good for his own good. I mentioned it before. Bishop takes knight, drops the rook, which looks like a blunder. So he might not do it for that reason.
That's absolutely right. Bishop takes is unironically the top computer move too, to try to launch an immediate counterplay. But you're right, CDawg might go, I can't do that, right? But first of all, Jarvis has to see that, and second of all, that's actually still the best move.
So you're saying we're like 5 steps ahead of these guys, and they might not even play the first move of our variation? Got it.
So we're 5 steps ahead, but they're 5 steps ahead of where we are also. Like, it's crazy.
Yes, that's right.
You know, because then there's them. Yeah, by the way, they both have a minute and 30 seconds. So this is going to be a chaotic finish. And credit to Jarvis for holding his nerves together, because last game was not like this.
No, and he could have easily just been like, oh, you know, I got crushed first game, because he really did get crushed in the first game. But that's the way chess is. Sometimes an early blunder just sets you up for immediate failure, and it's just not representative of your skill. So I'm glad we got a game where obviously Jarvis is shining so far, but he's still got a long way to go.
Absolutely right. Jarvis is shaking his head, by the way, which is funny because he's completely winning. If only players could play a chess game with the eval bar there. Oh my goodness. Please don't take the pawn. This is how this game could actually end right now. That would be even more fatal than last game, Aman.
Oh, that could be a really epic finish. And it's already got me wondering. It's such a likely move. Bishop e3, you wonder, was he just developing, or was he targeting the c5 pawn when he played that move?
That's exactly right. All right, let's see what Jarvis is thinking about.
I love this featured chat. Jarvis just needs to trade pieces and reduce counterplay. Yeah, oh, thanks, chat. Why doesn't he just go and win?
Yeah.
What did he just take?
Yep. And speaking of which, he defended his bishop.
What did he just take? Oh, that's the bishop, yeah. So is there any reason I don't do this? Because...
Wow, on the board. This is crazy. Can we bring it back to a full screen? Oh, CDawg has lost the knight. CDawg has lost the knight. Excuse me, not the knight, the queen. Knight d5 is a check. You can't take it because of the pin. It wins the queen, but it's the only winning move I'm on, because otherwise he loses all of this.
This is crazy. It's almost like you have like the fatal blow in front of you. Yeah, but oof, not played, and it's gonna flip around. Unreal.
Oh,
Knight d5 was so tough to play. Like a backwards knight move while your rook is hanging.
Yep. And by the way, this is why we do puzzles. Literally, just so your brain is like, where's the check? Oh, that's a check. But it's very hard to do all of that with that little time on the clock. But he's bringing his rook. This is still anybody's game. The computer wants to play queen takes h2 and bishop c7 check and win the queen because of the discover check. If CDawg does that,
I'm done if he plays queen h2.
100 gifted subs to CDawg if he plays queen h2. I will lose it.
I mean, I'll split it with you.
Ain't no way, man. I think he's going to play like bishop g4 or something, which by the way could lose after rook e3. But okay, rook e8. Yeah,
I was going to say rook e8, and he's almost going king f8, and it's like if you saw the beginning of this game and then the end of this game, you would have no idea that black did not castle.
Absolutely right. It would just look like a completely normal game. Between two people. 32 seconds, 22 seconds. This might be the first game of PogChamps that's decided on the clock. It's -4, but it's only -4 because 2 bishops are better than the rook. And the computer is prepared for the endgame. This is not a -4 position, Aman. Like, at all. Oh!
Not at all.
Queen h7!
I thought he set that up, too. He brought the queen back to the middle. It's almost like he anticipated this, and he did. What a play!
Oh my goodness! And now apparently rook e3 is holding the balance. I don't even know why that's the best move. Queen h8 makes sense. Now bishop g8. Wow!
played immediately.
Oh my goodness, this is terrifying.
You know,
Both players.
the rooks operate really well when they're together. So I wouldn't mind seeing Jarvis go rook from the D file to the F file, or rook from the F file to the D file. Just bring them together, I think.
Just bring them together, get them off the same diagonal of the color, right? Like the bishops here. This is a ridiculous position. 20 seconds each. Every move they get 5 seconds bonus. Tyler didn't know that yesterday. He thought low time. Oh, queen takes, rook takes, and rook takes bishop, but I don't know if he sees that.
Big swing, but he's got to take the queen. He might think that because his opponent's offering it, that he shouldn't take it.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's got to make a move. He's going to lose on time. He's going to lose on time, and Jarvis takes the queen.
He made it. Oh my God.
Take the bishop. Jarvis make a move. He's got to make a move. Oh, he took the bishop. Oh,
that's
my goodness.
Insane. How is he playing so well? His best moves have been with 1 second.
That's unbelievable. He's up to 10 seconds. He is completely winning. Just take the pawn. He will never get mated.
Oh my God, how did he flip this around? Rook d3 is fine. In fact, it's great, Levy. Rook e3.
Yeah, I think he just clicked the square. Rook e3, if he plays this, is just unbelievable. If oh my God!
Oh my God! That's insane. This is a masterclass.
This is the most clutch man alive. If he gets this rook on a dark square, it's game over. Rook a3, king f2, just don't lose the rook. Put the rook on a dark square. This is unlosable, Jarvis.
Dark square. It's attacked, so he knows he has to move it at least.
Yep, and if the king gets closer, kick the king out and just gather your nerves. The only way he loses this game is losing the rook on a diagonal if he puts a rook behind the bishop.
Yep. Now, the pawns actually did even up there. So don't forget, this game is still ongoing. You know, CDawg has done a good job to stabilize.
Yep, bishop to b5. Oh, but he's lost the pawn. Oh, that's huge for Jarvis. And Jarvis gets it now. He gets it. Oh, rook f4. Rook f4. Oh!
That's insane.
What?
How? Who is this man?
Oh my God!
Oh, and he takes the bishop.
This is unbelievable. The only way he throws this is with the pawn. If c3 on the board, he's got to take.
Levy, where did Chess.com find this guy? Rating NA. Yeah, okay, nice joke.
This is like how players showed up in the old days and had no elos. He's got to go for the other pawn. Oh, okay. Bring the king. Guard the pawn. Bring the king. Jarvis.
No way.
Jarvis. Oh, I don't like where this is headed, Aman.
Okay, wrong direction.
He's
D4
panicking.
Also wrong direction because he can't make a pass pawn, Levy.
Yeah, this is real bad. He's got to create the. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
No.
He could lose. No. Stop the pawn. Stop the pawn with the rook. Stop the pawn, Jarvis. He's got to stop the pawn.
Oh, if he plays king d1, he's going to do the king first. Oh, please, no. He's doing it. He's doing it well.
King d2. King d2 stops the pawn. Oh!
He's still winning.
Oh my goodness.
God. Oh, you know what's going to happen, Levy? After h4, he's going to push the pawn, even though he shouldn't. Oh, no.
He's going to push the pawn. Oh, you're so right.
Don't do it. He still hasn't thrown the game completely, but at this point, I expect that he's going to be trigger happy to push that next pawn.
Yes, and you have to lead with the king in king and pawn endgames. If the king and the pawn are together on the same line with the king defending, it's a draw. You have to lead with the king.
King is like an escort.
Yeah, high end, by the way. But if he plays like this, it's just. But he has. Aman, he might actually win. Wait a minute. G5, king h5, G5, king h5. Aman.
Jarvis. For all the people here watching, for all the fans, king. You have to with the king.
Aman, he's gonna be forced into a win. King e6, g6, king f6, king h6.
Oh my God!
No, don't! Wait. Oh, he's doing it. King h7, king h7.
He has to do the king.
Yes,
yes. Oh my God!
Oh my God! Jarvis has done it. The red carpet for the queen. For the queen, it's on the board.
Levy, he now has to take a breather. He's got a minute and a half. So much time. Take your time, Jarvis, and show us this checkmate. Do you think he knows it?
Oh my God, you need to know knight opposition, and you need to know he doesn't know knight opposition. He's going to do this in a very strategic way. He's going to do it. He's going to do his best. But God help me.
He's got so much time. I'm not even sure he realizes how much time he's built up with those 5 seconds every move.
He's fully in panic mode, like me in Title Tuesday versus 3000, except his 3000 is named CDawgVA.
And we are currently witnessing one of the most insane matches in PogChamps, guys. I mean, I am on Team Jarvis for this checkmate right now. He's got it.
He's got it, but I'm worried he's keeping the wrong distance. And you know when the king gets to the edge, there is that famous stalemate.
Everyone take a breather.
He's got to bring the queen. He's got to bring the queen. Cut the board off. Cut the board off. Okay, good progress. Now the king has no access to about 45 squares or so.
He's going to bring the king, I think.
This is stalemate technique, though.
Yeah, this is stalemate technique. Exactly.
Oh, this is... Oh, no.
Oh, it's going to be queen c5, king c6.
Oh!
Got a bad feeling. What a good move.
Oh,
good start.
Play queen b4. Queen b4, and the game is over. Queen b4 if he finds it, but he's going to try to box it with...
Oh, but Levy. No. King a7, queen check.
No.
Don't do it.
Oh! Nice! It's made! It's made!
He's got it. Anything.
It's
Anything.
made. Oh, it's...
Or that, yeah, like I said, anything.
No, don't go queen b6. Don't go
anything.
queen b6.
Anything.
No.
Closer.
Yeah!
Oh, he did it.
And
Wow.
we go to the reaction from Jarvis.
He's got, I mean, this guy is fighting not to be celebrating out loud right now.
I'm hype. Let it be known.
There's a party going on inside that head.
Yeah. Jarvis is calm. Let it be known. I will celebrate for this man. He just defeated the pre-tournament favorite, the 1200 rated player, after not playing chess for 2 decades. This is unbelievable stuff.
Jarvis Johnson. What that? That's like a superhero name.
Yeah. Seriously, this dude. I think they gotta make a movie about him when this is all over. This is insane. It's 1-1 with Group A. Jarvis defeating CDawgVA. I mean.
Levy, this is just insane what we just witnessed. I can't think of a better way for the crowd to be entertained. They'd had ups and downs. We thought he was going to lose, remember? Like, CDawg took all that material back and we said, okay, he's probably lost it. And then with 1 second on the clock, Levy, he turned into a literal superhero and got it done.
That was unbelievable. He made a move he played the best move with 0.5 seconds on the clock and then played the follow-up with 1 second on the clock, got his time all the way back up to 90 seconds, lost the rook, nearly through the endgame, and then just he clutched the endgame. It was unbelievable. Now, the best part is this is our first tiebreak of PogChamps 5. So let's explain to everybody how this is played.
Including us.
Yes, I'm finding out this for the first time. So it's a 3-minute game with 5 seconds per move. We make it faster for time purposes. Now, the player playing white is determined by the caps, the accuracy of the previous 2 games. And they play 1 game. If it's a tie, they just switch colors. They play until somebody wins. And I have massive news. Jarvis gets white because his accuracy was higher. He outperformed. Not only did he defeat, he outperformed the highest rated player in the tournament over the course of this matchup. So he gets white. And I got more news for you. He just won with white. So I don't even know what to say.
That's a lot to digest. I'm thinking in my head, man, how the heck did he do that? But he's got the white pieces. He's looking to just run it back, Levy.
Yeah, and we've got 5 seconds until launch. They now have to speed this up because they get 3 minutes for this game. But we just removed 7 minutes from their clock. This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. And here we go.
Oh my goodness. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen, because we got another game. Jarvis is running it back with the white pieces. Honestly, Levy, at this point, he's probably like, okay, I'll just play the exact same moves. You play the exact same moves. Good with me, good with me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to play e4 and move his knight. Does CDawg know it's his move?
He might have maybe expected like a little break or something like that. No, there he is. Okay.
E5. And I got news for you. Every second off of CDawg's clock is turning this game more and more into a coin flip. I mean, he is a favorite. He has a lot more experience. And he did just lose a game. So, you know, recency bias might sway you to think that Jarvis is the favorite here. But Jarvis has a 556 rating, but I don't think he's ever played a blitz game on Chess.com against a human being. So
yeah, and we're now diving into what could be his literal first blitz game, and if he wins this, that's just an insane comeback. Down 1-0 to the favorite, the group, the tourney favorite. Man,
I don't even know what to say. I am literally speechless, and I have to speak because this is a paid commentary gig. But I don't like that Jarvis is already spending 30 seconds. Right, this is the struggle to speed things up because you have 7 less minutes. But I don't hate that move.
Yep, look at that. CDawg is. I don't know if he really likes the move d4 or if he's just pumping himself up in general. I think.
Yes, both of these guys are just doing whatever they want. Like it's kind of funny. Jarvis just in the zone, CDawg reading a book, and
this feels like, you know, when you think about the types of chess players that there are in the world, I feel like these two personalities are them. Like there's the really internal, just, you know, measure, trying to think about your own moves in your own head, Jarvis, and then there's CDawg, who's totally visible. You know, you can read everything on his face.
Listen, he's a performer. He's an entertainer. He's a semi-professional cyclist at this point. And I like that he's not so stressed, right? Because you might think pre-tournament favorite, stressed, you lose a game, but no, just 2 minutes, 22 seconds per player. It's an equal position. This is literally anybody's game. One more small update for the chat. Remember, if you win a matchup, you get 3 points and the loser gets 0. Not if it goes to a tiebreak. If it goes to a tiebreak, the loser of the tiebreak gets some bonus and gets 1 point, while the winner gets 2. So you're not going to have a 3-point winner. And bishop to d7 on the board, you should probably just take it and castle. I mean, this is unbelievable from Jarvis.
Yeah, he's got himself a solid opening so far. Remember that black's most likely move next is probably knight to f6. So the number one thing you don't want is to drop that center pawn. So if he guards that, he's good.
He played rook b1, dude.
I mean, it's incredible, that move.
Rook b1 is an over 1,000 level move. It's like it's like a 1,200 move easily.
Yeah. Putting the rook on a semi-open file is just good chess.
And yeah, you know, some people in chat say, "Oh, it's such an easy move." Okay, c4 is now regressing a little bit, right? We want to castle. We want to build some.
We do, but you know, Jarvis is an advanced player. He saw queen a4 forking the e pawn and the a2 pawn. So. There was something there, Levy.
So he played c4. So queen d3 is absurd.
These are good moves. Like
they're coming slowly.
Honestly, it's a little unfair that the engine is kind of against them, because queen to g4 right now is a really strong move and found by CDawg. That's why he's the fave.
Yes, this is why he's the favorite. Oh my goodness, he is removing the doubt. That is, you got to check the e-pawn. You got to castle here, but he might not realize castling can be oh, what am I saying? This is Jarvis Johnson.
You don't know who you're talking to, Levy.
Talking to or about, by the way. And now CDawg has to take this. By the way, he's knight e5, d e5, pawn to f3. If Jarvis plays that, I'm leaving.
No, we're done. At that point, these guys can commentate.
Aman, there's another way. h3, queen g6, knight h4.
Now that's a little more natural. At the very least, h3 as a starting move is just a good looking move. I like that move.
Yeah. Actually, the computer claims that line is equal after...
It's probably going to be something like f5 at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Queen here, knight here. The queen now cannot geometrically defend the knight. That's going to be a massive psychological blow for CDawg.
If he finds knight h4, we got something else on our hands here, because... Jarvis is absolutely killing it with these moves. Even h3, Levy, to force CDawg to play this next move is already an issue that he's posing.
Oh, he's lost the knight! Jarvis is winning! He's winning!
Oh my god. What a blunder.
This is the greatest PogChamp story of all time. Knight to g5 is
just
made.
Do it.
Now,
just do it. Send it in.
I am speechless. And the crazy rook to b3. Oh my god. Oh, surely not. Surely not.
h6, queen h7. Exactly as you highlight. h6 looks like it's kicking the knight away. Oh my god. He's playing like a monster right now.
This is unbelievable.
Because f5, queen h4, he can renew that mating threat. And if pawn goes to h6 now, after queen h4, the knight can go to e6.
Yep, the move f5 solved a problem, but created a massive long-term problem on the e6 square. Oh my god, he's played the best move again. And as long as he doesn't go back, but I don't even care. I don't even care if he goes back.
I would still be okay. Now, I will say, if the knight goes back to f3 after h6, CDawg might be in a good spot.
Yeah.
So we'll see. The forward knight move would be so strong.
And he probably has the setting enabled where he clicks the piece and sees the available squares, and he's going to go, right. I can't do that, so let me go knight e6. And it's 7-8 times out of 10 going forward is the right move for most players. like at most levels of the game, knight e6 is the best move.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
And honestly, if he plays knight f3, as you mentioned, still, all good for him. As long as he saves the knight, he's in a good spot.
I don't like how he has 25 seconds. He's gone back. It's fine.
Yeah,
he's
not
gone
the best,
back.
But still, look at that time now. It's going to be very, very crucial.
Yeah, f4 sealing out this position. The very difficult thing here for Jarvis, the position is very closed, and he doesn't have a lot of time, and he's probably nervous, although I can't speak for him. That man's been in a boxing ring. I still think CDawg is the favorite here because of the time situation, unless he hangs his queen.
What a move. Queen g4 is so strong. I was going to say that queen on h4 was on a funny looking square. He's offering a queen trade when he's ahead a full piece. Beautiful.
Fantastic move. Fantastic move. And I trust him not to lose on time. Last game, he got real close.
He reminded us.
He got real close, and now CDawg under a minute. Wow.
And let's not forget, while Jarvis was playing low on time last game, so was CDawg. These guys were trading blows, and we might see that again. Another 20-second versus 20-second scramble fest.
Totally nuts. Okay, knight f5 is a good move for now, but you can't move the knight anymore. Jarvis just has to make any move, and that's not easy. Maybe he'll play knight h4 again. I don't know if he played it last game. I don't remember. He played knight g5, rook e1, anything. Just move something. Don't lose on time.
Yeah.
Make a move.
He doesn't have tactics. Remember last game, at least he had tactical moves to find. But here, rook f6, and he's going to be with another really tough decision.
Yep, rook f6, and he has to go back, which is fine. He'll make a move quickly. Yep, now he's got to go backwards. Don't hang the queen.
You got to realize that, though.
Yep, 4, 3. He's got to make a move. He's got to make a move. Jarvis, oh my God.
Oh, he's living on the edge. 0.9.
I hate
my
this
heart
man.
rate watching these games.
A pawn to g6, and he's got to go here, and then h5, and he's got to go forward. He's just got to make a move. He's going to run out of time. The position is too close.
Move the bishop. The bishop hasn't moved once.
He's lost.
Oh, he's lost on time.
He's lost on time.
Oh, he lost on time. You can tell by that reaction.
One on time. Damn, that 3 minutes is tough, huh? Blunder. Yeah, I know. I'm not happy with how I played today. I played like ass. Yeah, I was just giving up shit.
After 3 games of action, it is CDawgVA, the top dog, if you will, winning 2-1 on tie breaks to win our first match of the day.
So unpredictable. Like 2-1 as a score already indicates it's been an insane match because it means we even had to go to tie breaks to settle something. That alone would probably surprise anyone that maybe just tuned in. At which point, by the way, you just missed an insane match.
Yeah, that was sensational. Jarvis just took the undisputed #1 ranked player in the tournament to the absolute brink. And nearly beat him twice. I mean, you really cannot ask for more than that. What more to say? I don't know. Let's show you the group standings for Group A, if we have them. CDawg is still on top, but I believe with just
Levy, I just got word. No group standings, Levy. We don't want to show those just yet. Yeah, so no group standings. Yeah. All right. Heard from up top.
I got my half co-host and half production as well. But CDawg is up top, but this group is wide open. I mean, Jarvis is now the sleeper candidate to win the consolation bracket. My friends, we're going to take a very short break. When we return, we will either have an interview with the players, and if we're not able to get that, we'll start the second and actually final match of the day. Don't go anywhere.
still potentially be stalemate, but no, Ludwig has no mercy. Literally 50. Wait, oh, there was increment. I didn't realize there was increment.
Yes, there's a 2-second increment, so 3 minute plus 2-second increment. He has now collected a lot of time, went all the way up to a minute. No! On the clock. Well, we have another tiebreaker.
Yes.
Move over, Mittens. There's a new top dog in town. Benji the Bernadoodle might be an international master of fetch, but chess lessons with his dad, Gotham Chess, aren't really sticking. Host of his own public access TV show, Wishboy knows a thing or two about the most dramatic moment in chess history. A baller through and through, Buddy Buckets is moving his game from the basketball court to the chessboard. Watch out! Pinky practices chess from the inside of his mom's handbag on Woofstock's law campus. Don't judge a dog by its Diamante collar. Ponchik learned chess from his dad, GM Levon Aronian. He has never lost to another dog at chess and certainly won't lose to you. This July, the possumness is unleashed on Chess.com.
And Fuslie beats the 2 pieces with the rook.
Aaron made a huge investment, giving up his queen for 2 rooks.
Black pawns are still quite fast. I literally have no idea what's going on. Oh no, he's about to lose on time.
Will you resign now? Oh, Patrick still doesn't resign. Patrick, please.
Welcome back, everyone, to our coverage of PogChamps 5. We just saw an unbelievable match that was won by CDawg over Jarvis in Group A. And He did it in a couple of different ways, like pre-moving his way to a ladder checkmate, like a boss in game number 1, succumbing to ridiculous pressure in a crazy back and forth second game, but then going on to win in the tiebreak in a relatively uneventful finish, which resulted in his opponent running out of time. But Aman, that was not what I expected, and I am so happy it was not what I expected. That was unbelievable stuff.
Exactly. Better than expected in every single way. Doesn't matter who you're rooting for. That was just plain fun to watch. We saw an underdog completely outperform. And you know why it was so exciting for me, Levy? Is because in the first game, it seemed like it might be one of the most boring matches of the entire PogChamps. Like, we did see some blunders from Jarvis, maybe some nerves. But he totally turned it around in the second game and then in the tiebreaks as well. So just pure entertainment. And CDawg, credit to him for not getting discouraged after that crazy second loss. And
it seems maybe I have lost my co-host. Let's take a look at our group standings. Wow, he was just so excited. And then we got XQC problems. We got oh, I think Amon's back. I heard his voice. But in the meantime, let's take a look at our group standings. We've got CDawg up top with 5 points. That's a line. That's a number we haven't seen yet. He got there by winning a game, rather winning a match with 3 points. Now he won another one in 2. Remember, he won in the tiebreak. Jarvis with 1 point, and he got there by losing a match in the tiebreaks. Wild stuff. I mean, no, obviously nothing else has updated. There has not been a match since yesterday, but the next match we've got for you is Sapnap. It's Gastly. Aman, are you back, and are you excited for the match?
I'm here. I'm more excited than a couple minutes ago. I mean, did I just get taken off air? I was laying down a real insightful. I mean, I was reacting. Man, it was straight from the heart there. But I'm back, Levy, and I wouldn't leave you on your own for this next match. I'm definitely excited to get into this. What, Ghastly and Sapnap? If it's anything like the first match, I can't wait.
Yeah. Ghastly is also, I believe, a Pokemon. I don't think it's exactly spelled that way. It's Ghastly with an H, the actual Pokemon. Am I mixing up Pokemon? It evolves into...
I'm going to say yes.
I think it is.
Survey says? Yep.
I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, yeah, we can go a little bit deeper into these players. This is a Group B matchup, and Ghastly is returning after playing yesterday with a crazy win over Daily Dose of I was going to say of chess. Daily Dose of internet. He's an American DJ and producer, maybe soon to be Canadian once he starts outsourcing licensing out some of his music
yes, sir.
to Chess Bras in Canada. He's played many EDM festivals, so he knows what it's like to perform when a crowd is watching. And in PogChamps, you already know that's the case. He's played 1,600 games on Chess.com. And that's it. That's all we have to report for you today about Gastly. No, he's also coached by Andrea Botas, and there he is on stream.
It's nice that Chess.com put the pros and the cons on that graphic. It was like, it's good to balance it out, you know? So that was great.
You said that, man. You said that, not me. You know what? Wow.
There was no webcams on. No one knows. Remember, I'm barely even connected here. Can y'all hear me?
That's true. AI voice is, it's crazy now. Maybe Ghastly said that. But it's true. She has been giving him lessons, and he did play yesterday, just like CDawg and Jarvis both. And yesterday, he was a fighter. He was down in a couple of games. He fought back. He's good in the end game, too. We saw some good technique from him. And he plays like nice music, and he vibes. And let's take a look at his opponent. His opponent has the distinction of getting 5 bullet points on his card. Have you ever seen something like this? So
he's winning already.
Yeah, and he looks like he's got like a rainbow, like a glass reflection going on him. He does Minecraft challenge videos, got over 4 million subs on YouTube, has played over 2,000 games on Chess.com. He's again with this bullet point. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I'm doing a couple lessons with my man too. You know.
I didn't make the bullet points though, Levy.
If he wins this match, put me on the card, and if he loses, keep Andrea. All right, you know what? And this is his second PogChamps appearance, and there he is. He was just shadow boxing, but he's rocking. You know, he's rocking the swag outfit, and he's got the nice studio set up there. He's looking confident. They both got headphones. This is a headphone matchup.
Yeah, no, these guys are locked in. I expect nothing less from Gastly. Like, you know, as any DJ producer, like, of course you're jamming out to the tunes while you're playing. That's how I like to play as well. So We'll see if he's in the zone for this matchup, Levy.
Yeah, they put us up on the screen. We were in shadow boxing. Game started in about 5 to 10 seconds. Sapnap has the black pieces in the first game, and I'm excited to let you know that he might play a Scandinavian defense. We'll see what he's going to do. We'll see if he plays in his comfort zone. I gave him a few lessons. His black openings were all kind of geared toward tricks. Like he played a lot of England Gambit, and I kind of said, look, if they know you're playing an England Gambit in PogChamps, they're going to prep for it. And there it is. There it is. Now, he's going to bring the queen out. We talked a bit about this. Queen's got to go here. You got to set it up. All right, he might go there anyway, but I did tell him only to do it when the queen was attacked. And I kind of said, develop your pieces. He's got very good instincts. So even when the position is not like completely, one-sided, he's good at handling things on his own, but we will see. We'll see who he's listening to, Coach Levy or Coach Andrea.
Yeah, well, it's easy to tell. Every good move will be Coach. Oh, let's see. This is a big moment because the queen's attacked, and Levy, he's almost forced to try to find the best move here. It's like, hey, you have to move your queen.
Yeah, and he rushed it a bit. Now, he's actually 1,600 puzzles, so like slowing it down in the game and he could already get himself into a little bit of trouble here with pawn to d5 coming. Yeah, queen d4 was right there. I mean, it worked, but unfortunately the opening got a little bit. Oh my goodness, will he? Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, the head is bobbing for Gastly as well. He's feeling it. He's got the tunes on, and you know what? It's so difficult, Levy. After queen e6 check, it's so hard to move the queen again for seemingly no reason, and he would have to avoid this.
Yep, exactly right. And the crazy thing is, like, Gastly played this move so quickly, and queen d4 was right there, but it goes to show there are some nerves sometimes when you start in PogChamps. Not for Gastly, who's up to 10:09 on the clock. So
my head is subconsciously moving, just in sync with Gastly. I got to I feel compelled.
I know he's head bobbing, but listen, it's just a night. Who cares? Queen e4, yeah, he's going for queen g2. Sapnap is an aggressive player. That's how he likes to play. And if in this position, yeah, Gastly just takes. I mean, my God. And the worst part is bishop f3 and pawn takes pawn is.
So do you like this? Almost feels like a gamble to me because bishop f3, I would say, is almost the only move. Like, that idea is necessary for white. If you don't find it, you may be worse. So do you like this kind of gamble with queen takes pawn?
Well, I think realizing bishop f3 is one thing, but realizing pawn takes b7 is just another. And Gastly is not playing like a 700. One thing I have loved about this event is that the players are all overperforming.
No, he really is. And he played the move so quickly. And you're right, Levy. If he plays pawn takes b7, this could be an early knockout.
Yeah, it really could be. There are some. You still got you got rook d8 at the end, but Gastly is super sharp. I mean, what can you do, right? Like, that's sometimes how it goes in the opening. Sometimes you get an opening and it's in your favor. It like you actually get to a spot in the opening that you're playing. But if you don't take advantage, if you let your opponents get away with things they shouldn't, it's bad things happening. So yeah, Gastly recovers from the early c4, and I told Sapnap, like,
yeah, what you were saying? You didn't tell him about that move, did you?
That was Andrea Botas. Those are the lessons with Botas.
Yeah, I saw actually on the graphic. Didn't it say that he took? Yeah.
That is what it said. Gastly's ridiculous. He's
in the zone. He's totally feeling it right now. Moves are flowing. The bishops just dominated the position.
Yeah, let's see if he finds pawn takes pawn. Let's go check in with Gastly.
This is great. We just get to commentate with some nice tunes.
Yep.
I love it. We gotta check in with Gastly more often.
Yeah, this is how it was yesterday. He doesn't really speak. He just lets the music do the talking.
Letting the moves do the talking right now. He's not taking on b7, but you know what? If that's gonna be the kind of mistake that you're making in your games, I think you're fine.
Yeah, let's bring it back to full screen. He didn't find pawn takes pawn, but it doesn't matter. His position is really, really good, and Well, Sapnap can still be solid, but the problem is he can't even take here. Like at some point, White's going to realize Queen D3 is a good move too. I mean, what can you say?
And you know what, Levy, I do really feel that this game kind of reminds me of the first game from the last match as well. It just feels so one-sided, but that's how chess is sometimes. Depends on the opening, depends how things shake down in the first 5-10 moves. I think this was just a bad game for Sapnap, but I could tell from the way that he started the game that like he has some ideas ready in that opening. He just got caught. So I do not expect game 2 to be a stomp like this.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping not. Like, and one of the ways you get discouraged in an opening, right? You play the opening, you play it right, but you miss a chance, and you're like, I shouldn't have. I got to change everything. Like, no, you actually you got to a good spot. Next time, you just have to take advantage. And I mean, we see Bishop D6 blocking the queen and the rook, and he won't have enough pieces in this game to probably make a comeback, given how Gastly is playing. But he always has game 2, and have 2 tie breaks today.
That would be crazy. From 0 to 2. Bishop D6, the last couple moves for Sapnap have been very, very good. B6 to avoid that pawn, and then finally Bishop to D6 to, by the way, avoid checkmate in 1.
Yep. I think we're checking in with Sapnap. We're going to take a look at his stream, see what he's thinking.
I can bring this here. Bring this here. I just need like a massive blunder. What is he going for? He's trying to open up. He wants to trade that, maybe? Maybe he just wants to just trade this. Some shit I would do being at this much material.
Chess.com needs to release that sound pack.
I like that, yeah.
He seems concerned about rook d6, and the crazy thing is he's spot on that rook d6 was actually a threat.
Oh fuck, he just has a check.
He's totally right.
What am I doing? I'm just not thinking out everything. Here.
This song is just letter.
Listen, this is inspiration for the next Gastly song. You know, he can name the song G. Yeah, Gastly. I mean, he's playing really well. Don't bring the king up. It's not time to be a hero. You literally walk into a checkmate if you do that, by the way.
Yeah.
But I mean, taking this, it's.
He might think that the f6 pawn needs support, and so I could see a world where he calculates out king e6.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those from bad to worse situations, right? You see this, and unfortunately, you run into something even worse. Yeah, I hope he doesn't get discouraged, because the Scandinavian is one of these things that if you don't practice, stuff like that can happen. And yeah, Queen H4 is a killer move to get there with the queen. I don't know if he finds that. Like if Gastly goes here, I said it yesterday, if he finds a couple.
Sorry, what was that?
What the man? Like that's absurd. Isn't that like a 1500 level move?
I think Queen H. By the way, Queen H4 is instead of capturing the pawn with the knight. The pawn was hanging, but instead he's like, you know what? I'm going to attack it again to take it with a better piece. That's very advanced.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is like going to win this group. I really don't know what to say. He's playing at a 91% accuracy. He hasn't made a single mistake, like C4, right? That was, but beyond that,
in fact, he started with a mistake and then he never looked back.
And that's chess. Like that could go so differently, right? If Sapnap takes the pawn, then
totally different game.
Totally different game, right? And yeah, Queen H4 is crazy. Like to not play knight takes. That was his last move too. He just played knight there. That's a free pawn. Instead, he rotates over. And sometimes when we talk about these things, right? Like we say, oh, this is a 1500 level move. There's people in the chat like, oh, no, it's not. I could have seen that. Not in a game, you couldn't. When we're talking about it and we're showing you the arrows, you're like, oh, yeah, Queen H4. But spectator syndrome in chess is a real thing, right? Like it's a lot easier to spot things when you're not in the game itself.
Totally. Like I cannot even count the amount of times that it was so obvious to throw to a wide receiver. and the quarterback just didn't do it. Like,
Yep.
it was so wide open, and it was just unbelievable. I must have amazing vision.
Yeah, if you had the ball in your hands, Amon, you would have done it.
Oh yeah, throw a pigskin over the mountains.
I mean, easily. Oh, Queen F6 and Queen H8, and like that's it. I mean,
That could be it, right in front of our eyes.
the good news is this is a best of 2, and Sapnap gets white, and Sapnap's real good with white. And I think in general, a lot of the players are really good with white. Jarvis is better with white. We just saw him crush. Daily Dose of Internet was unbelievable with white. I think Sapnap probably is the same way. A lot of these players just getting going with black is very difficult. And there's probably a mate somewhere. There's a mate in 2. You could also just eat the rook. If he finds knight c7 and queen e5, I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself. Like, if he doesn't take the rook, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is like one of those, let's throw him off the scent, you know? Knight takes a8, they'll have no idea.
What if he promotes to a knight? How do we like that? Oh, he's
I personally am a huge fan of that. So if you're just asking me, you're just fishing out there, I love it. I'm a fan.
But he can come back and take the pawn, and then he's pinning the bishop, and then he's going to queen. Like, if your brain works that fast as a beginner, like if I go here, then this. But if I take that, because you want to get your most powerful piece back in the game, that pins that. Now I'm re-enabling that. Like, you've got really good prospects as a chess player if your brain moves like that.
Yep. No, he's definitely, and he hasn't used that much time. So what you're saying is also totally true. Like, these are his instincts. This is not him spending 10 minutes and finding the best move. He's finding the best move in seconds.
Yeah, I'd love to chat with. Oh my god!
I mean, it's crazy. It's really impressive, this game.
This is nuts.
You know that thing about the tie breaks and having like the best accuracy? Yeah, let's just say if there's a tie break, Gastly's got the white pieces. Like, straight up.
Yep. This is check. King b1, easy peasy. This man is up like 20-something points of material. Is he going to sack the queen to make a new one? Or is he just going to give a little check? Sack the queen to make a new one is absurd. But
queen...
Okay, he just comes back.
Queen back. Professional. Ever the professional.
No disrespecting the queens.
There's a good move. There's a good move.
Rook d8 maybe?
Yeah.
What's he going to do?
He's not even fully developed, right? Like his knight on g1, he could just develop a piece, and it would be a great move.
Yep, he played queen a3, yeah, hunt the king.
He can do whatever he wants at this point.
Yesterday, his games against Daily Dose were nuts, and the first one he was losing, but he fought, and then he was winning, and the second game was crazy. And yeah, now the king is just going to go to the corner. There are some ways you could mate yourself by a miracle of God, like bishop f4, b3, bishop e5 is mate. You know.
Yep. No, you have to be on the hunt for those kind of things.
If bishop f4, Sapnap just resigns.
He's done.
He just he doesn't even want to. And I don't hate that, but
let's go. You know what? I'll be the contrarian.
Oh.
I do hate it, but I definitely am enjoying the celebration. Look, what the hell is this?
Oh my goodness!
He's fired up.
Oh my goodness, he is crazy.
DJs can play chess too, brother. Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Gastly takes a 1-0 lead over Sapnap. That was like a hydraulic press. I don't even know what to say. I mean, Sapnap made a mistake early. He made a couple of mistakes, but just even the technique of Gastly was unbelievable. Like,
it really was. No, you're absolutely right, Levy. Like, it's hard to give, the appropriate amount of compliments and praise, but totally deserve Gastly with an unbelievable performance. But I don't think Game 2 will be that crazy.
No, definitely not, right? When you play black, you've got to defend, and Sapnap is an attacker. And he's going to start confidently with pawn to e4. And it's not really clear what Gastly's opening repertoire is, but let's put it this way. You're not going to get a position with 2 central pawns and a fork and all this stuff with the black pieces. So, no, Sapnap's still very much in it. But not everybody is equipped to get a game like that and go, shake it off.
Yeah.
Like,
no big deal. Like
Jarvis.
it didn't happen.
Like Jarvis, right?
Yeah. Jarvis, that mentality. But Jarvis, like, it felt like that is exactly what he was capable of, because it felt like he was internalizing everything. Like he just, nothing would phase him type of thing. So he had the right mentality, I feel like, going in.
Yeah. We've got a game 2 starting very, very soon.
Sapnap with the white pieces. You mentioned, like, these guys just feel more comfortable with white. You kind of dictate things. That extra move means a lot at this level. To start.
And I did mention to Sapnap that he likes this setup. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he likes that setup, but he played it yesterday versus Daily Dose. And all I kind of told him was, look, the bishop's coming here. So, you want to play knight out and go for the queenside castle, right? And go for an attack. That's what I said. I mean, kind of like, simple and straightforward, but there's an entire game later, right? You got to get the bishop. You got to get all this. We'll see if he does my strat. If he does it his own way, God bless him. But
exactly, because knight f3 could happen. But the reason why you've suggested maybe the pawn to f3 is that when you do that idea of bishop e3, you don't deal with knight g4, which bothers the bishop and maybe loses it.
Yes, that's exactly right. Although yesterday, bishop g4 was played by bishop to g4 was played by Gastly, if I remember correctly, but there was a knight here. So it's incredible that he knows this setup, right? Like he knows the King's Indian Peer's defense setups. He goes here to take, and then he plays knight c6, e5. Like, that's nuts. I mean, he's got the whole opening down, basically.
Right. And if we do have a look-in on Sapnap, I'd love to hear his thoughts. Like, maybe he's saying right now, oh, man, what did Levy tell me to do?
Yeah, let's see. I'm terrified. Let's see what he says.
It's not going to take that. Push this. You just take. Yeah, I don't really know. I just want to do this in castle. Castled.
You approve of knight e2, Levy?
No, I kind of want to be crazy.
Not especially. Okay, I don't mind the bishop coming out now. It's kind of funny because I wrote all the moves out to him. I was like, e4, d4, knight c3, bishop e3, queen d2, long castle, and then go check. Okay, bishop e3 is back. It's back on the menu. It's not so bad. Let's go. And another, but we'll see. We'll see, right? I mean, it's tough to reveal your prep because if a future opponent plays the setup with black, now they kind of know, right? But this is one of the things that black has to face is this and this. Bishop e3 on its own, it's fine, but we'll see if he plays queen d2.
That's right. Yeah, and queen d2, long castle. I have to say it feels like that's his intention because otherwise he would have castled, right? He would have castled kingside. So I feel like by moving the bishop instead of castling, he's kind of remembering what you were saying.
Yeah. Knight e2 we don't love because it does block the queen, but c6 is crazy because, like, does he even realize that he's trying to play b5?
I have no idea, but c6 is an amazing move.
And it's a flexible move because white has not committed the king. So if white now decides to go this way, that's actually inaccurate because b5 hits the bishop, and if the bishop goes here, the b5 hits the knight, and you could take this. If that man finds that, I don't even know who are we watching?
Yeah, he is, a 700, but he's currently playing 1500 level minimum.
And you're not really even guessing him up because the truth is his setup yesterday was bishop g4 and knight c6. And by the way, queen d2 has been played. I expect d5. If he plays b5, I will lose my mind because it means he understands the ideas of the opening beyond just.
Exactly.
I don't even. Oh, we spoke too soon.
Levy, chess is all about how the opening goes, right? It looked like Gastly was on another level in that first game, but look at Sapnap. He was going to do that move anyway. Well, if you're getting a free pawn, thank you very much.
I'm going to say right now, if he wins this game exactly how we talked about, I am going to be proud because what I said was, by the way, there's b5, the haymaker. Oh my God.
He baited you in, Levy, waited for you to give some praise, and then he said, you know what? Here's one to impress you as well, Levy. b5.
Oh my goodness, b5 is crazy. Now, bishop takes is possible. I would keep the bishop there, but it's very hard to do that. You got to slide back. Bishop d3 is better because it defends against b4, which is virtually unfindable. It's much easier to find b4 with black than it is to find b4 with white and anticipate that, right? But, I mean, this is a juicy attack. If Sapnap puts h4, h5 on the board, fireworks.
Yep. Because I don't recommend this, but just to illustrate how damn strong White's attack is, if you played h4 while hanging your bishop, it would probably still be a fun attack.
Yep, let's see what Sapnap's thinking.
And look, I can't hate on bishop b3, right? Like, that feels like the better place.
Otherwise, yeah, if I move to here, he goes here. And I guess I just push the pawn. It's not the biggest deal. I think, yeah, if he goes here, I'm just going to push my pawn. I'm not really too worried about that. He really can't, like, bring too much out. And I castle queenside. I mean, my queenside's actually super protected here. I mean, that's no big deal, I don't think. If I go here, it's kind of a bad place to put it, unfortunately.
Oh my god, he played b4. Can we bring this to the big screen?
I heard so many good things there. First of all, b4, as you mentioned, like, what a move. But I also heard Sapnap say, like, I shouldn't put my knight on a4. That's not a good place to put it. It's a really good thing for him to notice as well.
b4 is unbelievable. And yeah, for Sapnap to go, I shouldn't put my knight here. It's good. And it actually is it's exactly right in this position. The knight would do a lot better rotating that way. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm blown away by the fact that Gastly just hasn't even addressed. Okay, he misses knight e4, which is very human. And now h4 is completely winning, even with knight e4. That's how strong the attack is.
It's really strong, yeah.
Yeah. Sapnap might just do it, by the way, because it's very much his style.
The thing is, there's only one move that he's really sort of forgotten from the setup here, and it's pawn to f3.
Yep.
That would help his knight get into the action. It would stop knight g4. It would guard the e4. That's just that one move that kind of, separates you from someone a little bit stronger. F3 would be unreal if he played that. I think he's got that.
F3 is real tough. Like queen b6, the first thing that goes through your head is there a threat? No. Now what do I want? In reality, you're supposed to scan and go, can my opponent do anything else? And there is this. The much more human move is just to take this to kind of like relieve yourself of the... Oh, that's absurd. Oh my God. I gotta get up. These two they are both playing so well.
Got a round of applause for that move. F3, so it looks like such a small move, but beautiful. Sets white up for success. And h4, g4, even knight to f2 now. Killing it.
Oh, if he could just go. He doesn't even have to castle. I mean, this is... What's funny is we looked at another, like, we did a little lesson around midnight a couple of days ago. Secret chess training, We only put Andre on there if he loses. And I kind of told him, like, one of the strats is, especially if they're castled and you're not, is to do this. Like, if you're castled, okay, you can't really attack. But h4, h5. So if he plays h4, it's like the training has all come together, right? And that would be...
Proud moment.
Proud moment, but it's a very tense position, Aman. I'm terrified. I don't know what he's going to do. He shouldn't play e5. It's not what he wants.
That's right. And e6 kind of indicates maybe he wants to play d5 as black, which would not be scary at all for Sapnap. He should be very happy to see that. So e6 is one of those non-moves that whatever you were going to do, keep doing it.
Yep.
If I could highlight maybe a possible mistake, knight to e3 is like let me get my knight into the game and totally forgetting you're disconnecting your queen and bishop. That's maybe the main mistake I could see him making.
Exactly. That is like the only mistake you could make. The knight to e3,
yeah.
just, I'm getting my knight in. It's like, no, you're not. Not only are you... I get it. He wants to trade to reactivate his knight. I don't hate it. If he takes with the queen, I'll lose my mind because the bishop is still there.
That's right. Yeah, the longer that bishop stays there, I feel like the easier it is for either one of these players to totally forget about it.
Please don't take with the queen.
I think he had eyes on the knight, yeah.
Wow. Rejoining the party. The position just gets better and better. He's just got to go. Like, he gets this great position. If he doesn't play h4, h5, That's really the only plan in the position for white. And he already said, if that, I'm going to push. He said, I'm going to... Oh,
Yep.
clean.
Okay, now big moment, because once that knight moves, Levy, and by the way, if it goes to h5, this game can be over quicker than you think after g4. But if it goes backwards, like you were highlighting, e7, h4 is just killer.
Yep. h4 is brutal. Knight h5 is a move that would draw white's attention to how to get rid of the knight. g4 is the first thing to go through these players' heads, and that's it. And then black would have to find bishop takes and knight g7, which is unfindable, I think, at that level. But knowing Gastly, he'll find it.
Of course, yeah.
And what we're about to see, knight d7, and he's just got to go. He's got to h4, h5.
He's got to feel the energy.
Don't play f4. Oh my goodness. He's maybe he had to castle, and now it's like a winter soldier, and now it's gonna activate. He's like, oh, I gotta attack. Oh, but this is a fantastic move.
Yeah, because you know what it is, Levy? He heard the voice echoing in his head. Bishop e3, queen d2, bishop h6, castle. Like he like had to do it before h4 was even on his radar.
Exactly, but c5 is just incredible. What a pawn break. If you take the knight comes in, now you're playing defense. The best move here is to ignore it. He attacks, but the wrong way. Oh, but that's good because now he can cocoon, but there's a mate coming him on the b file potentially.
Okay, I would say net positive for Sapnap though. Big net positive.
Oh, yes, big net positive. But knight c6, rook b8 is so natural.
h4, h5. How many moves are we going to clamor for h4, h5? You know what? h4, he might do it now. Of course he'll do it now in the one moment when there's a threat coming for black, you know?
He's going to play h4, h5 and get checkmated. Please, no. Sapnap's got to see it. I had a feeling he was going to try to stop the knight, and Gastly's good enough. He's playing rook b8.
Yeah, he's playing rook b8 for sure. So knight a5, I think he might also see.
And a3 was a mistake. Okay, a5, we don't care about a5. Let's go. Let's get right back to it, Sapnap. Enough moves on that side of the board. Maybe knight a4, one last move, defend mate, hit the queen, h4.
He's got it. He's got to be bringing out h4 here. Because why do you think he played g4? Was it like, does he want to play g5? Like, that's the wrong move.
Right, because you got to think what's next, and h5 is the pawn break that gets you there, and h4 is a massive warning sign for black. And a3 was a huge mistake actually because the knight would get into b3 in many lines. The pawn had to stay at home. Very sophisticated stuff.
h4. Oh, a4. Did he like get the coordinates wrong or something? Like he thought that was h4. That was he got scared.
He's getting scared. Yeah, he's trying to react, but the pawn there was nothing there, right? Like, and there's nothing there either, by the way, but he might go b3 and it's going to be bad news. There's still no threat. He might go bishop e1 and inadvertently defend against mate, by the way.
And, you know, I feel like there's an important lesson here, which is like, in general, you only want to make moves on the side of the board where your opponent is attacking if they have threats. But if they don't have threats, make sure to continue your own plan. Right now, Levy, every single move has been on the queen side. So it's just benefiting Gastly no matter what.
These bishops have been just like over here just hanging out. Knight to d3. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, loses the bishop. And if that happens, I will be heartbroken because you could have just...
How's your heart, Levy? Is it feeling okay? Your heart? How is it?
You can't even script this stuff, my man. Defend the bishop again! I just forgot!
Okay. Okay. Do either one of these guys know that these bishops can take each other? Like, they move in that direction, on the diagonals.
Oh, wow.
Man, poor Levy just had his heart broken.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. And listen, I'm only biased from the standpoint of, it was an individual who was learning a lot and who almost got it all right.
Yeah.
But Gastly has put up a good fight, and these bishops are now monsters. White can still play h4, h5, but it's going to be crazy if this is the only pawn Sapnap doesn't move. I also am not a huge fan of that move, but I get it.
That's right. Yeah, no, he's simplifying, like he's trading while he's ahead, so you have to like that from a principle standpoint, but I agree. That was not the best.
Yeah. Bishop takes e2, he's just trading down. And now I'm is he gonna put both rooks like this, which is exactly what
There it is, h4, Levy. Just the way you drew it up in practice, right? This was the attack you were talking about.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god, he's gonna set up the triple cannon. Oh my goodness.
h5, there's the attack. It's almost mate.
Why did he not do that?
h5, Levy, duck for cover. There's checkmate coming. Whoa. It's really scary.
Speaking of which, like if black plays, actually I don't even know, because even g5 is like, he might play f4 and then g5. Aman, listen, I don't know. I'm getting hyped.
You're getting hyped for nothing, my friend. Rook b8. Gastly doesn't care about h5.
Yeah, if Gastly just plays rook b8, trades the queens, and then he actually has a fork at the end, I mean, that would be juggernaut level. Tough.
It's such a brute force way to do it, but it actually works. Like, it's so caveman. He's just got 3 pieces. I mean, hey.
Can't do anything.
It works.
Nothing you could do.
d2 covered by the bishop.
The bishop.
There's not even that.
The bishop that we lost. Yep. The only way to defend against this is probably to move the knight, lose the pawn, and then put the king in the corner. But that's potentially a ladder mate. Yeah, right. Wow. Gastly's crazy. Rook b8 is a top tier move. And
he is crazy, by the way. What is he coming in? Is that 693 beside his name? Like, he's nowhere near. Like, he has some mistakes this game, but man, is he strong at that rating.
Yeah, I don't even have an accuracy on there for this game for some reason, but last game I do see the accuracy. It's only 72%. I guess it's because of all the moments that the machine was screaming for h4.
Yeah, every h4 was like, this poor engine like showed up to work. What is his job? To provide the best move, and then he's just been ignored for just the last 20 moves.
Yeah, 693 is just. I mean, I just gotta say it's totally ridiculous. And chess is tough, right? Like you look at a matchup like this, and if White had just played h4, h5 a bit faster instead of playing c3 and playing on the side of the board where he was weaker, where the opponent was trying to attack him, would have been different. But
and I can definitely speak to the fact that when you're in the game, when you're the one playing, basically everything is magnified. So
yep.
When you're sitting back, not even at our level, Levy, but even someone in the chat, when you're just not the one playing the game, it's easy to be like, oh, that's not a threat. That's fine. But when you're in the game, like even the simplest move feels like the end of the world.
Yep. Yes, it does. King A1, by the way, forced. Will he find rook b3 to try to get a ladder? Because
It's Gastly, so the answer is yes.
Now, there is a way that black could mess up, which is rook here, and then neither this nor this is a threat. Oh, my God.
You forgot the important rule, Levy. It's Gastly, so the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Yep. Well, he takes, which is a good attempt, but unfortunately, taking is mate. Take is mate. If you take the bishop, it's mate on a3. I mean, this dude is unbelievable. He is cracked. Rook a3 would be wrong.
That's right.
I mean, but
wrong in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Horrible blunder.
Yes. Crazy. I mean, okay. So he is human, sort of half human.
Yeah, but he saw. I mean, it's not the most. Is it just me? It's not the most obvious, right? That bishop was attacked. That was a discovered attack.
It's true. It's true. He's doing. Oh, knight b5 is also a very nice move, by the way, considering the situation.
Great move.
And yeah, you're right. Given the circumstances, he scanned all of his opponent's pieces and was like, "Am I in danger?" Rook hits bishop, so he just moved it. Yeah.
So I could say like, even if, first of all, if Gastly understands that the A pawn should be the target, impressive. But if he goes something like knight b6 to target it, I could see things turning around as long as Sapnap trades one pair of rook. I think he trades one pair of rooks, and I can see him living and maybe winning this game. I really can.
Yes, agreed. Rook h7 is not a bad move, right? This is already the beginning, but the problem is if you start swarming, there's just an accidental mate.
That's right.
That's the real problem.
That's a great point. I could really see that happening because who's not playing knight d6, right? On the next move.
Absolutely, everybody. Yeah, and Gastly could just start pawn hunting and miss it because it's very easy to go that way, then take instead of returning home. Oh, there we go. Maybe g5.
At least there's no mate now. That's kind of a good thing.
Yep. There is no mate. He's going to chase the pawn down. Then maybe we give a check. King. Yeah, the black's just so solid. That's the problem.
So solid.
There is like a world where the rook takes on g6 and the black king gets small. He played knight b6, by the way. You got to sneak in. That's your only chance. Yep. And even that's losing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you have to lose this way. This is the way to lose.
Yep, rook c1. You could win the bishop. Okay, he plays rook g1. He's going for g6. I don't hate it. But knight a4 is brutal.
The only good thing I'll say is knight a4, brutal. But the fact that your knight would be hanging there might force you to play knight d6, which is, not a bad square. So it might kind of kick Sapnap and say, hey, dude, bring the knight in.
Yep. Pawn to g6 is a thing still. King to g6 here would be a cold-blooded defensive move. Kicks out the rook. Holds the fort against the pawn.
Yeah, that's too much. That's crazy.
Yeah, king g6 would be nuts, just physically impeding the pawn from coming in. But if there's a man alive, also rook h8 would be kind of nuts. Like if he just trades the rooks.
Just like get them off the board. G6 check though by white should be the next inclusion.
Ooh.
Goodness. King g8, unpinning, hitting the rook.
Yep. 1 minute now for Sapnap. And the problem is g6 runs into a brick wall. Like as long as he realizes there is no danger literally at all, knight a4 is a...
Okay, knight c7.
Yeah.
That's like last ditch effort. Knight c7. But knight d6 feels closer. It feels more dangerous, but I think knight c7 is the nasty move.
Yes, and he might do it just because it hits a pawn. And then okay.
Hey, Levy, anyone's game. I mean it. Knight c7 is a big time move.
How hype will you be if Gastly plays rook f3?
Not that hype. That's an average move for Gastly.
Yeah. Rook f3 is game over. White needs to find rook h2, rook a2 at that point because rook b2 and rook a3 are just mate. It's impossible to defend this pawn unless you play rook b6. So it's very easy to play rook b6 because you go, okay, I can't do this. And then you play rook b6.
But then maybe knight e8, Hit the bishop a different way.
100%.
Get really tricky.
100%. Then bishop h8, rook h1. We got mate. Oh, he's blundered knight e6. That was one of the worst moves he could have played, actually.
This is what I'm saying. So it seems like you're being like aggressive with rook b2.
Yeah.
You're close to the king. You're making no threats.
Yes, you're making no threats. Knight e6, and now his idea... Oh, his idea was definitely to do something like that, by the way.
Oh my god. Levy, it might be a race. Rook f3, rook takes bishop, king h8, and they both have checkmate.
Yes, they both have checkmate on the board. As long as Sapnap doesn't take with a knight, he shouldn't do that. He's very experienced. He'll probably take with the rook. As long as he finds the other move. This is crazy. Oh my god, we might be seeing a comeback for the ages here. Sapnap's only got 47 seconds to figure it all out, though.
But a minute 36 and the tougher decisions for Gastly, that's not looking like the better side to be on right now.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I definitely don't envy him. And this is very tough because you do something like this to white. You're like, he's got no moves. Bozo. Mate is coming. But all of a sudden, it's all turned around. And it wasn't really the rook that was the problem. It was the king. And
that's right.
we got to give Sapnap credit for getting all his pieces directly at the king. This is called creating chaos, creating confusion in the face of defeat. And 1 minute remaining on the clock for Black. This is truly anybody's game, but right now it's a lot easier for Sapnap.
Maybe rook from f4 to f2. And then, you know, you've got some ideas for your own checkmates with rook a2. But you also, by luck, kind of defend the checkmate later down the line. So
yep. And then there's like rook h1, and then there's the other rook goes to h7. There's like some crazy... Oh my goodness.
I think we might see what we talked. Oh my goodness.
He played it. This is so insane. He played the move. He played the move. And now...
So Sapnap might think that he's totally winning. But for example, rook h1, rook h2 by Black. If he trades those rooks, Levy, it's not that easy to win.
No, it's not that easy to win. He plays rook h1, rook h2. He's going to take. Yeah. As long as he doesn't play rook h7. Rook h7 is losing all of the advantage. It might not be losing the game. He plays rook d7.
Rook anywhere, and there's mate.
Rook d8 is mate. He found it. It's a checkmate net. That's it. The white king is going to walk up to a3. All of these checks don't matter. That's nuts. That was the most clutch move he could have played. It's mate.
Because knight c3, it's mate for both of them.
Rook d8 and rook h8. And he's played it. Rook d8 mate, and Sapnap has tied the match. Unbelievable. Let's go to a live reaction.
Right here. Yes! Let's fucking go. Let's go. I fought for that shit. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's satisfying. I want to go see what they're saying. I have to go see what they're saying. That was satisfying. That was a fight.
We are saying only good things.
We want to hear what you were saying.
Oh my goodness, that was sensational. What a match. That was Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman #2. I mean, it was 4 rounds one-sided, and he just came back. The knight infiltration to tie the match at 1-1. Aman, you called it. It's 1-1 now.
Yeah, 1-1, and it was off the back of that move. I'm going to go back and give credit to knight c7. That move was so killer. Hitting the pawn on e6, and Gastly had the game in the bag there, but he had to play some specific moves, and he blundered, and immediately Sapnap took advantage, and he never looked back. It was like perfect play from there. What a finish. And by the way, in the final position, Levy, Black had checkmate in 1 on the very next move. So if he didn't play that checkmate, he would have got mated himself.
They were both just hanging on a knife's edge, and Gastly was trying to checkmate the whole time, but the counterattack was sensational. It's now 1-1. Let's remind everybody of what happens when a PogChamps match is tied 1-1 after 2 rapid games. They play a blitz playoff, 3 minutes per player, 5 seconds bonus on the clock. We just had it today, but if you missed it, that's it. That's just 1 game, and the winner gets 2 points for the standings. The loser gets 1, not 3 and 0. The person playing with white is determined based on the accuracy of the previous 2 games. Aman, you called it. Not Jarvis, excuse me. Gastly, in that first game, played at around 90%. So he's going to play white. He is going to play white, which is a big deal because they both won with white.
Yeah, I think it is a big deal. Like, if you think about the games, how they went, clearly both players were more comfortable with the white pieces, Levy. So while that is a big deal, there's nothing more you can do as Sapnap, right? I mean, obviously, you know, hey, you got the black pieces, whatever. You're still breathing in this match with a chance to win, and he put himself in that position. So anything could happen. I wonder if these guys are going to be thinking about that game and whether or not they're going to repeat the exact same opening, because that Scandinavian didn't look good for either side in certain moments.
Yeah, in the beginning, it didn't look good. Like, Sapnap could have taken the pawn in the center. If they repeat it, Sapnap might not. He might. I don't know. I'm not sure. So maybe Sapnap doesn't play his new tricks. He kind of goes back to his old ones. You just got to play fast. You got to play confident. We saw neither in the earlier playoff. We didn't see fast play. We didn't see confident play. Like, right? We saw good.
Exactly. And at this point, there's 2 different. I'm curious what the chat thinks. You know, is it going to be a win for Gastly or Sapnap? Let us know, because are you with team momentum, Levy, where, you know, Sapnap's obviously feeling it right now, or are you looking back at the white pieces that Gastly had in that first game and saying, okay, well, it could just be a repeat of that?
Yeah, I don't know about momentum, right? Because it's totally different to start. Like, if you're an experienced player here, maybe what you do is you go, Scandy was bad, I'm going to play what I know best. Because I only have 3 minutes, right? I'm just going to play the opening I know best, which might be some gambit, right? Like, if there's low time on the clock, maybe I just go for a gambit, I go for a cheese. Sapnap plays a lot of goofy gambits that do not hold up in 10-minute and 5-second bonus chess, but my God, are they lethal in blitz, right? So we're going to see. Oh.
Here we go.
Speaking of which, he might. Okay. That's going to be a, yeah, wow. He loves his Ponziani, and oh my goodness, Sapnap runs head first into it. You know what Sapnap plays? Blackburn Shilling. So.
Blackburn Shilling.
Sounds
like a price. Sounds like a price.
He loves checkmating people in 8 moves. My concern was always this, was Sapnap, what happens when they just, take the center? And this is the issue with playing a gambit repertoire. But the good news is, give a check, develop, you're not going to lose. That's the good thing.
Yep. And for Gastly here, if he gets the push in the center, like e5, e5, to start hitting those knights once they develop, that could be uncomfortable.
Exactly. I see. This is what I'm talking about. Like you gave away the bishop. That's a great move. Great move from Sapnap. I just wish he did it without playing that, without giving up the bishop.
And e5 is, he probably doesn't even know how fortunate he is that he played that move.
Yep. I mean, it's one move at a time, right? Because he would have just played d5. He probably thought I'm removing the knight from the defense of the pawn. Little does he know, right? Little does he know. Bishop b5. Free pawn, by the way. Just clean free pawn on e4. I mean, you got to defend against the pin, but it's a free pawn.
And it's like, does he remember why he played d5, right? It attacks something. Take it.
Knight e7. Again, don't hate that move. Not a bad move at all. a6 next. Castle's next. This is a great game so far.
Whoa.
He's overloading the pawn to play d5. Now, if Sapnap sees this, a6 is a fantastic counter move.
This is crazy.
But only if he takes with the pawn, Amon, not if he takes with the knight. If he takes with the knight, it's game over soon.
Totally. Pawn takes d5, maybe? Like cd5?
Yeah, cd5. Oh, he takes. I think Sapnap's going to take with the knight because he just put it there. Will he prove me wrong? Oh!
Strong.
Wow.
That is a strong move right there.
That is a great move. Center is staying intact, defended with the pawn. Both sides are about a castle, and it's a coin flip this game.
Levy, there are opposite color bishops on the board, so I'm just going to go ahead and pronounce this game a draw.
Yeah, it's going to be a long, hard-fought endgame draw. By the way, both guys just hate the center. No one's taking a pawn. It was winning there for a moment. DE was just game over for black. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe e5 now? I mean, he pushed one, right? I love how he pushed that one. He's still not pushing this one.
That's because it's under attack.
Oh! The pawn is still hanging! The immortal pawn!
They move in the diagonal direction, right? Do they know that?
Apparently. I mean, I'm sure they did. He played c4 for a reason. DE is still a good move. I think he's going to do it now because it hits the queen, by the way.
Well, now it's not hanging, so he'll take it.
Right. We know how it goes. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe
we've seen this.
And then he's got to realize his bishop is hanging. Oh, that's a good move, too. I don't mind that at all.
I'm just enjoying the show. These guys are playing well. Like, this is a fun match.
This is a fun match, and Sapnap is confident. He's got 250 on the clock. He's an experienced blitz player. Plays a lot of blitz. I don't know, man. This is crazy. ED put the queen in the center.
Yeah.
It's a juiced up Scandinavian.
I don't know. H3, just a simple move. I like this.
Yeah, we're going to check in on Sapnap, see what he's thinking about.
This king, so bad. This pesky bishop. Do not forget about that pesky bishop. Okay?
Pesky's a good word.
F6 would be insane if he plays it. Trying to trade off pawn to F6.
Bring this.
Also good.
What can he do? It's a pretty closed up position. I don't think he can do
You'll notice that it's like, just light square versus
he might bring this
in this game. And that's
if he does that, probably just push this up.
Yep.
Take.
But the time is not even.
Not ideal.
I mean, the time situation is a huge advantage for black.
Wait, what am I talking about? Yeah, if he does this, I just go up one, align myself with this guy.
He's got good comms right now.
All right, boom. Wait, if I take. Let's see if I can trick him.
Yep.
See what he's thinking, Levy.
Oh,
let's see if I can trick him.
He wants the mate.
Oh, we might have left too soon. We might have get a mate here. F6 is ridiculous. He said, let me trick him. I think Gastly might see it, but maybe not. 55 seconds on the clock. He said, let me trick him. That's not even a trick. It's a great move because you can't take. I'm threatening to take you.
So strong.
47 seconds. It's a 2-minute time advantage for Sapnap. Live odds, if they existed, would be very, very heavily in his favor. As long as he doesn't panic, doesn't do something rash. Queen d7, rook here. Bishop f4 played. Now he might start gobbling, but the best thing to do is to keep the tension. He already pointed out queen d7. Oh, this is so tense. It's a dead even position after queen to d7.
And also pawn takes pawn. If the pawn takes back, you could see rook f8, and maybe bad things happen.
Pawn takes, yeah, absolutely right. I'm shocked that's not like a top move. Oh my god, he's tricking him again. Queen e1 to sack the queen for the mate. Oh dear me, that's unbelievable.
That would be the ultimate that's like a mic drop moment in chess if there was one.
Now, will Gastly find pawn to e6, turning the screw? It's not the best move, but it's very practical. h3, oh, what?
That move is crazy.
That is a crazy move. Now this doesn't work. I mean, it's not terrible because you get 2 rooks, but there's no need for that. Just slide out of the way. Pretend it never happened. Take the bishop. Do something. Okay, he's just simplifying. He's going to take this too, probably.
Which is not good for him.
Yes, Gastly's yelling. I don't know what he's yelling right now. Apparently, Gastly's...
He's like hyping himself, you know? He's like, hey, man, we got to make moves, you know? Speed up, speed up. I will say, people that listen to, you know, EDM music get a buff when they're low on time.
Vouch. Yeah. Gets you really in the zone. He took a pawn, by the way. All right, we don't know what he's saying. He stopped yelling. Probably was motivating himself. Let's go back. We have a big moment in the game. A massive moment. Gastly took a pawn on c7, which was inaccurate. Trading the queen was better. And then going here, infiltrating and taking everything over here. It was a transition to a rook endgame that was going to win him the game. Pawn to f3 is defending, but now queen takes d4 is a check and a fork and picks up both pawns. If Sapnap finds queen d4, he has a minute time advantage, and he's got an extra pawn in an endgame, but that's it. He's got to see queen takes pawn.
We're all waiting in anticipation.
Yeah.
Queen takes pawn. It's the only attempt. Wait, it's on the board.
Sapnap lost connection?
Wait, it's on the board. You're on the analysis board. You tricked me.
No, it's not on my board, but it's on Gastly's board.
Gastly sees
it. Gastly sees it, right? Because we have the production here, so we see multiple screens. There it is. It just got played. Wait, I don't think that was a server thing. Was that a server hiccup, or was that Sapnap's internet?
Sapnap's looking around like he can't. He's looking for something.
Okay, he got some time back, it seemed. That was... So, Gastly has connection. Someone doesn't have connection. Queen c5 is... He found the move.
Wait, this is exactly how, like, the anime arc would go, right? You know, disconnected. He's like... They've been trying to take him off the server. Didn't even want him to win. He's back. He finds the best move. You know, this is the hero story.
Yeah. That was the... I don't know what's going on, but Sapnap's not moving. I mean, it seems like he... Oh my goodness. I see people in the chat saying they've disconnected. Come on! No, not at this moment.
Really?
Oh no! Gastly's also lost connection. They can't see it, but we see it on the side here. Oh.
This is chaos, and I'm sorry, but I'm just enjoying it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna say it. Pure chaos, and I'm here for it.
I'm not here for it. I wanted the match to end, and
I'm here for it.
It's
I'm here for the madness. No one knows how this is gonna be resolved.
This is crazy. This is so crazy.
Pure madness. Everyone in the chat is stuck. They're glued. They can't go anywhere. They need to see the conclusion to this show.
This was a queen and rook endgame to determine who is going to win today's matchup. And now I don't know. They're gonna tell me to go to a break. I don't know. Maybe we don't go to. What if we just hijack the show? They can't. Oh wait, they can't force us to go to a break. Never mind. They can click the button.
they can click the break button.
Yeah,
they can mute our mics.
Well, I'll just have a hot mic permanently, and I'll just. Oh God, is that what's happening? Is that what's going on? We're waiting to see if we can.
It was heating up. It was heating up, Levy. But I think because of what's happened, it probably is time for us to take a step back. But man, that couldn't have happened at a more inopportune time. We'll have to sort things out, right?
Yeah, we'll have to sort things out. We also, by the way, my analysis board just updated move. So we're gonna go to a very short break. We might be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're about to figure things out.
Oh wait, why did I'm making what am I doing?
Child's play, really. Oh no, Jarvis, no. Jarvis, what is that move?
Queen trade seems smart. Is there something smarter?
Oh, you en passanted me, bastard. Forgot about the on fucking passant. Just hung my rook. Fuck. Fuck's sake. I'm not concerned at all! Well played. God, I threw that so hard. Holy shit. One on time.
Welcome back, everyone, to our coverage of PogChamps 5. Things are absolutely insane right now in our last game of the day, potentially. We've got to look in now to the Gastly stream.
Yeah, we're flying by the seat of our pants here, Levy. We just got to go. The servers came back, the guys are playing, so let's just get into it.
Yeah, let's just get into it. This is Gastly's second queen endgame in 2 days. Yesterday, he was on the fortunate side. Now he's going to be losing his pawns in front of his king, which could prove fatal. He's about to make a move.
Will we see a draw here?
Sapnap's repeating, but you don't want to do that because you're going to lose a lot of pawns with check. Does Sapnap know which pawn to take?
He doesn't want to draw. It's crazy. White was worse.
Yeah, White was worse. This is crazy. It's a feast. Wait, why is Sapnap not taking the pawns? What is he doing?
He's allergic.
Does he think he's going to win with White? Oh my, it's just a draw if you repeat moves.
I think they drew, right?
Yeah, they But what was the logic? Okay. What was the logic? Can we check in on Sapnap stream?
Nice tie the game. I don't know. I might have had a win. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if I had a win. So.
And at the same time, though, you have to see it from
I
their
just- I
perspective as
don't
well.
know.
Like the game was kind of all over the place. Like
I don't know. I don't know.
they're probably both happy. They didn't like
I just
lose on
tied it.
time or something. So at the end of the day, like I think draw is kind of fair result and fight again. You know.
Yeah, it's 1.5, 1.5 after 3 games. You're right. They do fight again. This is the first time we've now had a tiebreak end in a draw. So that means that the players switch colors. It means that Sapnap now gets a game with the white pieces. I don't even. I don't even know what to say. This is a tremendous amount of fun. He was definitely better at the end of that Queen End game, but. What a fight thus far! I mean, what a day of games we've had.
Yeah, no, he was better at the end, but I'm not like it's not insane that he didn't take the pawn in my opinion. I think he was just comfortable not losing the game. Probably both sides, you know, fight on even terms in another game. And as you mentioned, white pieces for Sapnap, so he's going to be going back to that same setup against Gastly, and Levy. It could come down to that Queen D2 Bishop H6 stuff that we were talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming Gastly's going to play the same way. It's 3 minutes, 5 seconds bonus. Winner takes it all. And some of you may be wondering, what happens if they keep drawing? We stay here forever.
We don't. Yeah, it never ends.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. The Vienna. Oh, and Sapnap's playing a Vienna. Knight to F6 is the response, and he goes for the Vienna Gambit.
And he like perked up in his chair there. I think he knows a thing or two here.
I also think he knows. Now, that's not a good move because you can take and put the knight into the center with the pawn. But does he remember that? Okay, he takes. He's taken. Now, pawn to d4 is vicious. The knight is going to get stranded. If it goes there, e5 removes its guard. And if it goes there, you push the knight back and then you just, it's foot on the gas is what it is.
Yeah, basically e5 no matter what.
Yes, he might go d5. He plays e5. What a confident move. The knight's got to go back. He's going to play knight f3, bishop c4. This is an opening very much in his wheelhouse. Queen e7 is not a good move because you can play knight f3. Wow.
Honestly, knight g8's an impressive move. Like it's the best move, and it might look like nothing when you just glance at the move quickly. But every other knight move was bad, losing the knight immediately. So it's really impressive. He not only found the best move, but the retreating move as well.
Yeah, and I mean, bishop b4 is a nice move, but this is a moment where he can literally run it down mid. We had Tyler 1 on yesterday. Bishop d2 is a little passive, but it's obviously not bad. Yeah. But you've got to step on the gas. Like right now, bishop out. You don't want to take because you're just removing a pawn from the center. He's got to develop as fast as possible, and Black is getting back into the game. But it was, it was good there for a moment. It was really, really good.
It was really, really good. Yeah, as you mentioned, d5. So. One thing that I will say that's working in his favor is he clearly is aware that he should castle queenside. And I like that here because I think, as you've highlighted with the arrows, the D file might open up. So I like the long castling.
Yeah, and he's in the way of his own bishop. So hopefully he just castles queenside and gets it over with because there's no other way to make progress.
Right.
He's out of the opening stage. Yeah, see, he takes, which is like, I kind of thought he would do that. Because you just want to do something, because you're better, right? So now d5 is winning because of that's a crazy move, but it's not good.
So the thing with this move is now he has a tough decision.
Yes. Oh, it's so easy to blunder here.
So easy to blunder. So his queen needs to stay exactly where it is because the knight that he put there, his own fancy move, it actually can't survive there without the pin. It would just be hanging.
Yeah, he's got to either take with the knight or the king. And ironically, the best move is king takes, which I don't think you can play. It's so hard to play that. What's he thinking? Oh, he took with the queen. Oh, he lost his knight.
But is it going to be taken? Because remember, he didn't take it last move. He might be under the impression it's okay. So let's hear what he's thinking now, because I think we're going to get the reaction to him losing that knight.
God, I fucked up. He has a free knight. Fuck. Why must I do this to myself?
Those are everyone's.
Okay, whatever. No, he's gonna castle now. Fuck, I should have checked them. I should have checked them.
Yes, extremely relatable.
I lost.
Oh, my headphones hurt because it's been a very long day.
I had to.
You know what I don't hate? His next few moves. Let's pull it back to the big screen. It's going to be very fun when we mute that whole highlight into just beep, 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 beep. He can just play knight g5 and keep moving forward. Like, it is a long game. It is a long game. And you know, rook e1 is a good move, but he is down a knight. There is no running away from that.
It's a long game, but not that long. It is a 3-minute game, so just they'll at least be used to it because they did play one last time.
Yeah, they kind of played a 12-minute game last time because of the server issues. Yeah, knight a5 is crazy, and you can't take because it's defended. And the smart move here is to retreat because you don't want to trade.
Right. Love bishop d3 here because I think if he just keeps the pieces on the board, knight g5 is about to be a major threat.
Yep. And rook c8 it might happen for black, but it's a little bit easier to attack for white because just much more common pattern. Wow, on the board.
Unreal. Down a piece, but totally playing not just to like fight on, but he's playing to win. Knight g5 is a huge move next.
Yep, knight g5 is on the way. I'm assuming you could play F. Okay, I don't hate that move, but I don't like the knights. They could get And also another thing, Aman, is do we really want to open white's G file? I'm not so sure.
That's true. I really do get the feeling that Gastly could play queen f6 at any moment. For some reason, I'm not sure he's fully aware, or at least he was aware the queen was guarding the knight, but he might forget it later.
Oh, very easy, right? Because you just sort of like, all right, I'm going to go over here. And then you go, oh, and then you do the Sapnap reaction. Bishop b4 is a nice move. Knight f6 now. Knight f6. But you're like knight f6. And then what's white's next move, right? And you got to go back. That's the thing.
Yeah, the best move is to completely undo your move, which is not a nice feeling.
Yep. Knight f6 is a really high-level move. So is just any knight. Knights. Oh, my God.
Wow.
It's not the best move, but for this level, but it's still.
So queen d3, right?
Yeah.
And we're still in business for both sides, honestly.
Queen d3, the best move for black is to play knight f6, defend against that, hit the bishop, and then queen f2 makes a lot of sense. But queen b6 is now a mate threat. Queen b6.
And knight f6 is such a good move because imagine knight f6, bishop takes b7. Oh, I want a pawn. Then those mate threats start to really hit. Queen b6 and rook b8.
Yeah, he's played it. Sapnap.
Who is this guy? That's an insane move.
That is an insane move. Sapnap might think that he's hung the knight and queen b2 is on the board. And he's played b3. Oh, he's played b3. That's unreal. That is unreal. And now 2 knights are hanging for black, and he might think he's messed up.
Knight c3 is probably what you should go for here. Both guys are playing out of their mind, by the way.
Unbelievably clutch chess. Black's time is down to about 10 seconds within white. This is really unreal. Knight c3, you take the knight, you can come in with the queen, but then by a miracle, the king is safe on d2. And then it's game on.
It totally. And these guys are what, like 700-800s? This is such a fun and high-level game to spectate. Unbelievable.
Sapnap's got to be brave. He's just got, and I got news for you. It's it's not human to take the knight. You would much rather move the rook up, but that's how you get yourself into trouble. He's just got to be brave and run with the king. Just take and run.
Rook d3, knight takes bishop, rook takes bishop. All of a sudden, there's even more pieces hanging. It still is not over.
Nope. Definitely not over. Black's got to find bishop f5 or maybe take the knight. Sapnap's just got to be brave. He's got 20 seconds. He's got to make a move. He has some Greek gift, by the way. Knight g5, queen h4.
That would be crazy to win like that. Rook d3. I think the most human move.
Yeah. Now, knight takes bishop is, okay, he has played it. Don't take the other knight because, oh my God, that would be sad. But rook e4.
Yeah. Got to be with the rook.
Yeah, now
nice
if Gastly,
move.
Bishop f5 would be utter insanity.
But bishop takes knight is a move that does make a lot of sense.
Yep. The more I'm looking at it, like bishop f5 is possible for Gastly. He's been playing some absurd chess today. Knight a3. Oh, the bishop has fallen, and there's no mate. Will Sapnap misses it.
Oh, his one chance. Okay, but bishop takes knight now? Surely he's up a piece. He wants to trade.
Oh, but it's mate. No. Oh, mate on C2. Oh, dear me. Oh, it's mate. Oh, it's mate on C2.
What a tactic. If he plays rook E2, then he's just a fighter.
Yeah,
okay,
and
he saw the mate.
He saw the mate.
The rook.
But the rook is hanging. Did Gastly see queen takes E4? It's in the middle of everything. Queen E4 could be the end of the game here. He's missed it too. Pawn takes or queen takes.
Oh my god. Pawn takes and game on. The knight is trapped on A3.
Yep, rook E3. Okay, he's come back. He's looking for back ranks. That's what Sapnap is doing right now. And it's very easy. Oh my gosh. There's like all sorts of...
Takes, rook E8. Oh, D5 is played. C5 and the knight needs to rejoin the action.
Yes, rook takes. There's B4 and the knight is hit. I mean, that just finding that would be a huge... B4 and take the knight somehow. Okay, brings the queen. Knight B5 just to escape.
Keep the time situation in mind here. Even though black has an extra knight, everything to play for white.
Oh, mate on C2 from a different angle!
Wow. King B2. We need to see King B2.
He's missed it. Queen C2 on the board! Oh, from Gastly. What a move!
Levy from downtown.
Let's go! Oh, baby!
Wow.
Oh. That was so
I'm
scary.
glad we got that reaction there.
Oh, that was a match for the ages.
Oh,
that
was
was
board vision. Queen from C6 over to G6. 2.5 to 1.5 is the final score. Double tiebreak, double OT, Levy. We've had tiebreaks in both matches today. You remember when there was like 4 matches on the docket yesterday and there was only 2 today? Yeah, I think the 2 matches made up for it in entertainment.
Oh, we just got a bonus match. That's what we got. That Queen G6, Queen C2. Oh my goodness. That reminds me of the Miami Heat play call. You know, LeBron James 3-pointer, no good. Josh back out to Allen, his 3-pointer, bang! I mean, that was
Queen G setting up Queen C2 time and time again.
Time and time again. What a match!
Shivers.
What can we say? We do have a scoreboard for you. In Group B, Gastly on top with 5 points out of a possible 6, defeating Daily Dose of Internet and Regulation, and then defeating Sapnap in a double tiebreaker. Can they just split the 3 points? Like, why does Sapnap only get a point for that? Like, that's
entertainment. Like the deserve-o-meter is going crazy right now. That was so entertaining. But honestly, Gastly, the way that he used his queen to threaten checkmate multiple times that game while potentially hanging other pieces, so impressive.
I couldn't have said it better myself. We are going to be right back, and we are going to get an interview with Gastly because we've all been dying to talk to him. Don't go anywhere. An interview with Gastly coming up, and we'll wrap up coverage of PogChamps 5, day number 2.
Click the subscribe button. See if it says subscribe free in purple. And if it does, you're golden, pony boy. Anyway, let's check on who's priming right now. Oh shit, it's my friend. Willis. Hey Willis, can't wait to grab lunch later. Catch you on the flippity flip. Anyway, back to the chess content. You guys have a good one.
I was here.
I was lost. Okay, well, hey.
8, let's go.
Oh no, I think I should have just done that. Chat, I got 14.
We beat it. Let's go. No, 15, unreal. No, first try.
8 in a row, 9 in a row, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I got a little achievement thing.
I honestly really enjoyed that. That was really cool.
Become a Chess.com community streamer at go.chess.com/start streaming.
There we see Gastly celebrating what was a montage of victories, tough decisions, good moves in his match. The clutch bishop takes h6, the final checkmate, the celebration. Do we have we get the cartwheel too?
We have to get the cartwheel. Let's see it.
We gotta see this cartwheel.
Surely they didn't clip out the cartwheel.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
And we're joined. We're joined by Gastly. I wish we had a chance to chat yesterday after the match versus Daily Dose of Internet too, but we had time restraints. But
yeah,
dude, welcome to the show. What an epic first 2 days. Just can we just get to know a little bit more about your chess journey? I mean, maybe just you as a person. You've played twice now in the first 2 days, and you're 5 out of 6.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I picked up chess like randomly. I was just sitting on a plane and I realized that I had never played it. You know, I wasn't really particularly inspired by anyone or anything. I was just like, I don't know how to play chess. And I feel like that's a life skill that I should have. And the bug just bit me and it never left. And ever since that, I've been practicing like practically, if not every day, at least 5 times a week, like really authentically studying the entire the opening principles for black and white, and it's been an awesome journey, and I'm like so freaking grateful to like be a part of PogChamps as well. Like, you know, to go from I'll pick up chess at the latter half of December to now winning 2 matches. I'm very, very blessed. I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah, and honestly, man, I'm not saying this to gas you up after this win, but Levy and I were looking at the rating that you had. It's like 700, and total joke, man. You played way stronger than that, and you were finding moves after moves. So I'm just going to say you're definitely worth more than that. I wanted to ask you because, I mean, over at the Chess Bro channel, we rock out to EDM and techno music while we play chess all the time. So, like,
nice.
Were you listening to some beats while you were playing, man?
Yeah, I was actually. I was listening to this mix by this artist known as MPH, miles per hour, and it's this like all unreleased mix. It's the same one that I was listening to yesterday. I don't know. It's like audio testosterone or something. I don't know what it is, but it helped me get through that match big time.
Yeah, I mean, you were sniping the queen maneuver in the final game. The first 2 games were yours too, but the comeback was crazy from your opponent. And I'm gonna confess something. I trained your opponent a bit. Like I trained him. And that was you know, if you had asked, I would have been cool. We just didn't know each other, so I was slightly biased. If you rewatch the commentary, don't hate me. I just wanted a close match. But you put all that to rest. Like, it didn't matter, man. I mean, we were sitting here we were saying moves, and we were like, he's not gonna play that. Like, if he plays that, he's gonna win the tournament. And you've done that multiple times. So
wow, that's awesome. That means a lot coming from you guys. Yeah. And you know, you trained him really well because he scared the crap out of me. There were so many moves where I was like, okay, he definitely saw through that. But Andrea did a really good job training me. I'm very grateful to her for, like, you know, helping me realize the main principle of chess is trying to understand what your enemy is trying to do. Like, yeah, everyone's got you have your plan, but if you just tunnel vision your plan, you'll always hit a brick wall, and you have to, you know, adapt it. And it's a beautiful thing. Very grateful. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Congrats again. I wanted to ask you one last question because I think you are honestly the longest match that we've had so far in the competition. You went to like double OT. So, like, are you fatigued at all? Were you like feeling nervous towards the end, or are you feeling pumped up?
Certainly felt nervous. I felt like my guts were going to come out of one of my orifices. I didn't know which one, but at some point I was definitely wigging out. No, Sapnap was he was a great opponent. But you know, like when I go on stage and I perform for you know, thousands or whatever amount of people, that does not even come close to comparing how nervous I was during this match. Not even close.
That's wild. Because I did say during the player intros, I kind of said, right? I said he's played on stage and that might translate, but it's true. Listen, I've played these matches too. Amon has commentated on me playing, and I was in the headphones, and the nerves are ridiculous. Like you don't even see the board straight. So, but you clearly saw it well enough because you won in double overtime. You won yesterday, and I think starting out, according to the official ELO, you were like rank 4. Like maybe that's not exactly accurate, but you are outperforming all expectations. I am just so excited to see your match against Virtual, who's supposed to be the best player in the group. You gotta change all that. You gotta get a nice little 8 out of 9 points.
Thank you,
Gastly, man. Listen, thanks so much for joining this interview. I can't wait to watch the rest of your games. You play chess like a professional. I can't believe you're not 4 digits of elo. So
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, congrats again,
my friends. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll let you go, get some rest, but spill some stuff out of orifices. It's not too late to do that. If you'd like. On a serious note,
I think I might take advantage of it. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, just not on camera, but congrats
I'll
again, man. We'll see you for your 3rd matchup very, very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, fellas. Man. Have a great day. Cheers.
There he goes. That was a lot of fun. And these are our group standings. Little update to Group B. We've got another 5 points. A tiebreak win. Yeah, I mean, what a match that was, right? Like that was just 2 incredible matches today.
You started the day by reminding me and our viewers, like, we haven't had a tiebreak yet. I was like, hey, Levy, what's the tiebreak format? You're like, hey, shut up, man. We ain't gonna have any tiebreaks. And then look at that, 2 tiebreaks today, double overtime in one of them. Remember the CDawg victory in OT as well. The cartwheel,
the cartwheel, the prayer, the everything. I mean, yeah, those are all of the complex emotions that go through a chess player's brain. And we saw on the screen there, Queen to C2 checkmate over from G6, just unbelievably clutch stuff. What to say, Aman? I don't know.
Levy, I honestly do think when people, saw the matchups and they were like, oh, it's only 2 matchups now. They were thinking, okay, it'll be cool, but like maybe not as entertaining as day 1. I'm just going to say it. We blew day 1 out of the water. Like day 2 was crazy. Double overtime in both matches.
Yeah.
It looked like a crush at the beginning of both matches, but then epic comebacks from the underdogs. Just so sick to watch.
Exactly right. Game 1 was rough. Game 2 in the second match was rough for a while, and then just an unprecedented comeback. We've said it enough. Day 2 is in the books. Let's look ahead for what's tomorrow. I will be here once again, and I will have another co-host. I think I'm going to be with Alexandra tomorrow. We've got 4 matches. We had 5, then we had 4. I think it's 4 now. We'll start tomorrow with a Frank versus Saikuno. That's a Group A matchup for you. Frank victorious versus Jarvis in regulation. Saikuno succumbed to the monstrous 1200 rating. And then Daily Dose of Internet versus Sapnap. So we get Sapnap right back in there with the 1 point versus Daily Dose, who has yet to get on the board. Both victims of none other than Gastly. And then we will finish the day off with Group D getting their first matchup. I Did a Thing versus Papa Plata. We've got a World Tour, Germany. We got XQC representing Quebec, Canada. And I don't know, maybe wherever he is now versus Tyler 1. I can't wait for that one. Hopefully XQC fixes his computer. Hopefully Tyler 1 doesn't issue me another ultimatum of $10,000. So
that's like for sure the epic matchup coming up. But finally, Group D gets to play. That's going to be exciting. And I do want to say, we've been talking about how great Gastly was and totally deserved. But shout out to the losers of today's matchups because like just such epic play by them. Just so impressed, and I feel like I want to take a moment and just make sure we credit them because even though they didn't win the match, they did get credit. They got some points for their efforts, and it looked like they were going to get blown out of the water, and they made some insane comebacks. So tons of fun things.
Jarvis nearly pulled off the greatest upset. Yeah, I mean, really, like I mean, there's been a lot of events, so I haven't heard. I don't remember all of them. Rather, the second match was sensational too. This has been a lot of fun. We're going to end the show, but before we let you go, we got to tell you about these really cool Twitch drops that have been a part of PogChamps 5. And I just want you not to miss your chance to cash in on them. All right? You can earn 2 weeks of a Diamond membership by watching 2 or more hours of chess with participating streamers on Twitch. You got to connect your Twitch and your Chess.com accounts to claim the reward. Drops are only going to be available for a limited time, so you don't want to miss it. Use command drops in the chat to learn how. There you go.
Awesome. I mean, we already put in a couple hours watching us, so they're already in.
I know. My friends, Aman, well, you could be included in that too. I was signing off everybody. Production, I've got a 10-second countdown. It has been a great pleasure to commentate day number 2 for you of PogChamps 5. We'll get out of here, and we'll see you all right back here tomorrow for PogChamps 5, day 3. The problem is the bishop is no longer hanging. Oh.
He knows what he did. Hands on the face. Ouch.
Oh, it goes from bad to worse.
Oh, he knows about the ladder.
Smooth.
GG.
So smooth.
To see if he... Yeah, he does it! That's the first en passant in PogChamps 5 right there.
Wait, what book is he reading right now?
No, closer! Yeah! Ah, no! Make a move, he's gonna run out of time. The position is too close.
The bishop.
He's lost.
Oh, he's lost some time.
I'm not happy with how I played today. I feel like ass.
Oh, Sapnap just resigns.
I definitely am enjoying the celebration. Look, what the hell is that?
And he's played it. Rook D8 mate, and Sapnap has tied the match.
Yes! Let's go!
He's missed it. Queen C2 on the board. Oh, from Gastly. What a